Slice, slice, baby. 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 Slice, slice, baby.
Hello everybody. It is good to be back. I'll put my opening scene up here for another moment. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to go back to the starting splash until the match starts. This is going to be an exciting match between Daniil Medvedev and Novak Djokovic for the US Open Championships. In any case, I'll be back soon here.
Slice, slice, baby. 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 slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby.
All right, I've been talking on mute. So here we are talking about Daniil Medvedev and Novak Djokovic. This is a rematch from a U.S. Open championship match 2 years ago where Medvedev spoiled Djokovic's ambitions for the calendar year Grand Slam, where Djokovic was in line to win all four Grand Slams all in one calendar year. And Medvedev did a successfully spoiled Djokovic's plans to get that career accolade, basically that hadn't been done in close to 50 years, maybe more. I don't know when the last time it was done. I think it was Rod Laver back in the 70s or 60s. It's been quite some time. Um, in any case, this is a great opportunity for Djokovic to exact a little, little revenge, little payback from that defeat that Djokovic suffered at Medvedev's hands. That being said, Medvedev has lost quite a few finals, championship finals in Australia and in the U.S. Open to I think it was Rafa. But in any case, um, it's kind of interesting how this will play out. The players are getting ready to get on court. The player interviews are going on right now. In usual form, they both seem to be quite energetic and ready to get the match started. Djokovic as being his typical introspective self, talking about how his opponent is his opponent's strength and and his opponent's mental strength in this case. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. There's going to be a lot of chess matches here. I mean, Medvedev. My understanding is Medvedev, before all his tennis career, was an accomplished chess player. I don't really know that for a fact, but there's certainly a strategic component to a lot of the way these games play out, and Djokovic is no one to shy away from those types of games, shall we say. So the players are both coming onto the court. They'll be getting ready to warm up pretty soon here. Anyone who's just joining, just feel free to put some messages in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on that, and we'll take a look at anything you have to share. Let's see. But it's pretty exciting here. It's just about to happen and get started, and should be good. All right. Now the matches coming into this, Medvedev playing Alcaraz in a tough 4-set match. Medvedev taking the first 2 sets, Alcaraz taking the third, and Medvedev being able to put Alcaraz away in the fourth. And of course with Djokovic, he was able to do much the same with his semifinal opponent Shelton, where Shelton was able to pull off a set off of Djokovic, but Djokovic did end up winning in 4 sets. It's very exciting here. Very exciting coming up. Let's see what other stats. Let me see if I can bring up some other stats here.
Every week, Tyler gave the rules that he and I decided.
No,
Gentlemen,
Shelton didn't win a set.
welcome to Fight Club.
It came close. They were in a tiebreak in the third set. I could have sworn.
The first rule of Fight Club is
I think Shelton.
you do
was
not
serving
talk
for
about
the set.
Fight Club.
I did end up
second rule of Fight Club is
seeing some of that match.
you do not talk about Fight Club. Third rule.
And well, I'm surprised he didn't win a set. He certainly looked like he was going to win a set. So Djokovic came through clean, and Medvedev did give up 1 set to Alcaraz. Let me go back another couple days to see how the previous matches went. Djokovic did end up winning in straight sets in the quarterfinals against Taylor Fritz, 6-1, 6-4, 6-4. And let's see. What did Medvedev do? Let me bring this up. I had a cough there for a second. So let's see here. What else is going on here? Looking at the schedule. I should go through the order of play here. So for the men's singles. Let me see. Oh, here, we'll go to the draws. that'll give us some more information. In the semifinals, yes, it was Medvedev over Alcaraz 7-6, 7-3 in that first set tiebreak. 6-1 Medvedev over Alcaraz in the second set. 6-3 or 3-6 for Alcaraz in the third set, and 6-3 for Medvedev in the fourth and final set. Where Djokovic took the semifinal match against Shelton 6-3, 6-2, 7-6 with 7-4 in the tiebreak. Let's see. In the quarterfinal match, Medvedev took on Andrei Rublev, his good friend and I guess godfather to his daughter, and won in straight sets against Rublev, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4. Sometime during the match, he was quoted as saying, "Someone's gonna die out here, and then no one's gonna be happy," or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing there. It's a pretty funny quote. It got played over and over again in the highlight reels in the next day's morning news telecasts. So that happened in the quarterfinals. And in the quarterfinals for Djokovic was up winning a straight set 6-1, 6-4, 6-4 against Taylor Fritz, who did pretty well here in the second and third sets, pretty handily over a match in the first set. But let's take a peek at what happened in the fourth round. And interesting enough, in the fourth round in European countries and in South American countries, they call it the eighth finals. So here in the U.S., it's always called the fourth round, but they call them the eighth finals. You know, there's the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals. So the fourth round, to me, is a little bit of a toss-up between calling it the eighth finals or the fourth round. I mean, typically here in the U.S., it's called the eighth round, or the fourth round, but pretty much everywhere else in the world that I can think of, it's called the eighth finals. So in the various languages out there, but it's and I'll go over the scores here, the score lines here for these players. Medvedev took on Alex de Minaur, who had beaten him the last two previous meetings, and Alex de Minaur did take the first set 6-2 pretty easily, but Medvedev came back strong and won the next three sets 6-4, 6-1, and 6-2. Looking at what Novak Djokovic had going on in the fourth round, he took on Borna Gojo, and I think he's a qualifier, if I remember correctly, and he beat Borna Gojo from Croatia, it looks like, in straight sets 6-2, 7-5, 6-4. So it's pretty easy move into the second round, into the quarterfinals from the fourth round for Djokovic. Let's see. Let's take a look at their third round matchups. In the third round, Medvedev took on Sebastian Baez from Argentina, and that was fairly straightforward until the third set. Medvedev won the first two sets 6-2 and 6-2, and 7-6, 8-6 in the tiebreak in the third set. And Djokovic had a harder time there in the third round against Laslo Djere, losing the first two sets 6-4, 6-4, finishing off the set 6-1, 6-1, and 6-3, finishing off that match. In any case, the players are ready to get started here. Djokovic to serve, and his first serve is into the net. Second serve upcoming. Thanks for joining. If you're just joining, I'm doing the live play-by-play of the 2023 U.S. Open Men's Championship between Novak Djokovic and Daniil Medvedev. Second serve is in. to Medvedev's forehand. Now they're exchanging forehands. Medvedev's taking a backhand to Djokovic. Now they're exchanging backhands. Cross court. Djokovic slices to Medvedev's forehand. Now they're back into forehand exchanges. Now they're into backhand exchanges, topspin backhand exchanges, switching back over to forehand exchanges, and Medvedev has one sail long and wide, trying to go down the line on Djokovic's backhand. 15-love Djokovic to get us started here. That's pretty intense. It was a long rally, 19-shot rally there for the first point of the match. They're getting it started pretty strong here. Djokovic with the first serve to the ad court at 15-love into the net. Second serve upcoming. As he often does, he's bouncing it half a dozen times before he serves. Second serve is in the box to Medvedev's backhand, and the backhand exchange ensues where Djokovic tries to slice one into Medvedev's backhand, but catches the net. 15-all. But yeah, so after a couple points, they're tied to 15-all. And Djokovic is getting ready for his first serve. Serves in to Medvedev's backhand. Forehand for Djokovic. Now they're in backhand exchanges. They're going backhand to backhand. Backhand slice for Djokovic. Backhand down the line for Djokovic. Now they're exchanging down the line on Medvedev's backhand, Djokovic's forehand. Now there's a backhand exchange between the two. This is a pretty long rally. Now they're exchanging forehands. Djokovic goes down the line to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev goes back to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic pounds it down the line past Djokovic's forehand. 30-15. Yeah, that's a fairly long rally as well. So it's the rallies are getting pretty long all the way from the get-go here. It's 23-shot rally that last rally was. So pretty high level tennis. It just gets started. The first serve is in. There's a forehand to forehand exchange. Medi goes to Novak's backhand. Medvedev runs around his backhand, hits a forehand cross court, inside out. There's some more backhand exchanges. Djokovic tries to go down the line to Medvedev and goes a little long. 30-all. Still a pretty long rally. It wasn't quite the 23-shot rally from the previous point, but these rallies are good. they're going quite a long way, so we're expecting a pretty long match here if this first game is any indication. Djokovic to serve at 30-all. Down the tee, it's a good serve. Medvedev can't retrieve it. 40-30. Djokovic. The camera's panning into the crowds, and I think the crowd is just littered with celebrities. So, I couldn't pick one out specifically, but I swear I saw like 10 of those celebrities out there. In any case, the next serve from Djokovic on the ad side is down the tee, excellently executed. Medvedev didn't even take a swing at it. It's 1-0 Djokovic. So they're going over the match likelihood to win, whatever predicting tool that they use. It's fairly even, actually. It's slightly over towards Djokovic's side, but it's a lot more even than the other day. The other day, in the semifinals, it looked like Djokovic very heavily favored against Shelton, and Alcaraz was very heavily favored against Medvedev, but this is much more evenly put together. I'm giving the slight edge to Djokovic, of course. Medvedev is ready for his serve. He serves it long. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is in. Djokovic hits it with his backhand. Medvedev tries to reply with his backhand, dumps it into the net. Love 15. Going over some of Medvedev's stats here. He's 27 years old, 6'6", out of Russia, and with only one major title to his name, the U.S. Open Championship from 2 years ago. And now Medvedev showing a little nerve here. He double faulted pretty long. Love 30, Djokovic. This is not a good sign for Medvedev. I mean, that second serve wasn't anywhere near the box. First serve in the ad court is into the net. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is in. They're playing forehand to forehand. Djokovic forehand. Medi's forehand. Now they're changing it over to the backhand exchange. Djokovic slices it to Medi's forehand. Now they're back into a backhand exchange. Medvedev has a forehand. Djokovic forehand. Medvedev forehand. Djokovic down the line, catches the line. Love 40, Djokovic. They both came out with nerves. It looked like the rallies were long and steady in the first game on Djokovic's serve. Everything has favored Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. Love 40. Djokovic has 3 break points coming up. Pretty exciting. Serves in, but Djokovic kind of just puts it in the middle of the court, and Medvedev just caves and just punches it out. Break a serve now for Djokovic is up 2-0. So Djokovic serves. There's a rally. Djokovic hits a drop shot. Medvedev catches up to it, puts it cross court for a winner. Love 15, Medvedev. That drop shot that Djokovic hit was not a bad drop shot. It just wasn't as good as Alcaraz's drop shots, and Medvedev is all over Alcaraz's drop shots, and he was even more so over on Djokovic's drop shot. And again, Djokovic tries the serve and volley. Djokovic's serve is good wide to the wide. Medvedev responds. Djokovic is there for the drop volley, and Medvedev is all over that and just punches one cross court on Djokovic, unretrievable for Djokovic. I mean, he's not even in the camera screen. It was so far away. So another serve and volley play from Djokovic, and this time Djokovic's execution works. Medvedev was way far on the off of the deuce court, and Djokovic puts it deep into the backhand corner of Medvedev. Medvedev didn't even try to retrieve it from that far away. It would have been a 30-foot sprint to nowhere. So we're still at 15-30 on Djokovic's serve. Djokovic's serve is down the tee. Medvedev puts it into the net. Might not have even reached the net in all honesty. So we're at 30-all. Welcome anyone who's joining in. This is the 2023 men's championship between Novak Djokovic and Daniil Medvedev. It's 2-0 Djokovic over Medvedev right now, 30-all on Djokovic's serve. Djokovic serves into the net. Second serve upcoming. So far, there have been 5 winners from Djokovic, 2 winners from Medvedev, and a couple unforced errors from both guys. Medvedev having 3 unforced errors, actually, 2 from Djokovic. It was a pretty nervy start from the first game. The second game, Medvedev really showed his nerves and really couldn't put any ball in play for the most part. That's when he got his serve broken. But now they seem to be settling in at 30-all on Djokovic's serve. And there's a pretty decent rally, pretty decent exchange. Forehand to forehand, backhand to backhand. Medvedev ended up putting one into the backhand into the net just now. It's 40-30 Djokovic on his serve. So 40-30 Djokovic. Djokovic to serve on the ad side. He's bouncing the ball at half dozen times in front of his feet. Maybe more than half dozen, maybe a full dozen that time. And his first serve is down the tee. It's a beauty. Medvedev didn't even bother to swing at it. 3-0 Djokovic in the first set. It's bad news for Medvedev. He came out a little too nervous in his service game. He couldn't get a ball in any of the rallies in his service game. He lost that service game at Love, and Djokovic was under pressure on both of his service games, but he was able to pull it out, putting us there at 3-0 in the first set. So we're looking at 6 winners from Djokovic so far in the first set, and 2 winners from Medvedev, and 4 unforced errors from Medvedev, with 2 unforced errors coming from off of Djokovic's racket. Medvedev's won both net points on his side, and Djokovic has won 1 of 2 net points on his side. If you have any questions or want to hear any other, I guess, comments from my side, feel free to leave a note in the chat, and I'll do what I can to respond. So there's a few seconds here. I'll promote my website, yourtennisfan.com, where you can get tips and tricks to improve your tennis game, or basically find out how to beat an opponent at yourtennisfan.com. Going back to the match, they're zooming in on Matthew McConaughey and his lovely wife. And of course, there's a star-studded cast. Wow, Matthew McConaughey is in Novak Djokovic's box, it looks like. Justin Timberlake is in the audience in full attendance. And that's interesting. I think he was at a Coco Gauff match too. Oh no! It was the other Justin. Justin Bieber is a Coco Gauff match. In any case, Daniil Medvedev's first serve was into the net. Second serve is in play. There's a forehand to forehand exchange going on right now. Djokovic is taking it in his backhand. Now it's backhand to forehand exchange. Now it's backhand to backhand exchange. Forehand Medvedev. Forehand Djokovic. Djokovic tries to go down the line and finds the net instead. 15-love. Medvedev on Medvedev's serve. The audience is chock full of celebrities. Seinfeld, Christy Brinkley. Cameras panning out to these guys. There's probably going to be another 20 or 50 celebrity sightings. So far there's only been 4 or 5, but I'm sure there's more to come. So second serve is in. It's in play. There's a forehand to forehand exchange. Djokovic pounds one into Medvedev's forehand, and Medvedev isn't quite able to put it back in play. Oh, Sting's in the audience. Look at that. Medvedev puts it into the net. Looks like a 15-all. Yeah, 15-all. Medvedev's first serve is good. Djokovic puts it into the net. 30-15, Medvedev. Yeah, they're back to Sting in the audience. I think Sting is living in some winery in Italy. It'd be kind of nice, living in a winery. Anyway, so Medvedev, back to the tennis. Medvedev puts it in play. There's a forehand exchange. Medvedev runs into the net. There's a lob that comes in, puts him back. So now they're still running around on the baseline. Djokovic tries to go down the line on Medvedev's backhand. He puts it a little long, 40-15, Medvedev. So Medvedev has 2 game points to put himself on the scoreboard. So we're still at 3-0 Djokovic, but Medvedev has the commanding lead on his serve at 40-15. His first serve on the deuce side is just a smidge long on up the tee. Second serve coming in. It's a let. He's going down the tee again. It was very similar. A lot less pace, but still, it's a let. So here we come with Medvedev's second serve again. Down the tee again. Gets the point started. Djokovic is all over that. Puts it deep down the middle of Medvedev's baseline. And now there's a pretty intense rally going on. Forehand to forehand, backhand to backhand. There's lots of exchanges here. Oh, wow. Djokovic's backhand extends. Medvedev's backhand extends Djokovic to the backhand a little bit longer than Djokovic is comfortable with. Djokovic tries to slice it back cross court, misses the court, wide to Medvedev's backhand, and that gives Medvedev his first game of the match. 3-1 Djokovic still, but Medvedev's past his little nerves and gets his first game win of the match. Kind of unfortunate for Medvedev. He came out a little too nervous and completely blew it on his first service game, but he looks like he's right of the ship, and he's on the board, and Djokovic is getting ready to serve again. Djokovic's first serve is into the net. He was trying to go down the tee. Second serve upcoming. He's bouncing it at half dozen, maybe dozen times. And his second serve is in the middle of the box. Forehand to forehand rally ensues. Djokovic tries to go down the line on Medvedev's backhand and misses the court wide for a low 15 score. Now they're showing Djokovic's stats. He's 6'2" from Serbia, Belgrade, Serbia, and he's 36 years old. Djokovic is winding up for his first serve. Down the tee, pretty good serve. Medvedev tries to put it back in play. Can't quite clear the net. 15 all. Djokovic is winding up for his first serve on the at 15 all. Someone in the crowd makes some noise, and Djokovic backs off of his service motion. Oh, there's a butterfly in the stands. That's what's making the noise. It's a beautiful butterfly. It's the size of someone's hand. Oh, that was something else. What's a butterfly doing in New York at September? Now it's on someone's hat. That is insane. Anyways, they're still playing here. Second serve is in. There's a pretty brutal rally going on here. Forehand to forehand, inside in forehand, I should say, for that Medvedev hits. Now they're going backhand to backhand. Inside in forehand from Medvedev. They're still going at it. It's like 20 strokes into this rally. Backhand to backhand exchange. Pretty intense stuff. Medvedev goes to Djokovic's forehand, and now they're exchanging backhands again. This is pretty great stuff. High level, very high level tennis. Djokovic runs around his backhand to put a little oomph into a cross court inside out forehand. They're still playing around, backhand to backhand. Djokovic tries to go up the line with his backhand and beat Medvedev down the line towards Medvedev's forehand, but he stumbles and puts it into the net. But worse yet for Djokovic, he looks a little gassed and he's holding his head, looking like he's gasping for air a little bit. Now the temperature there shouldn't be all that warm. My understanding is that the weather isn't too bad out there. I'll take a peek at the weather out there. Flushing minutes.
Every week, Tyler gave the rules.
Temperature is supposed to be like 75 degrees and raining, which means that the roof is probably closed. Let me take a peek. I have a different little app that'll tell me. In any case, the next point, Djokovic is able to execute his little strategy, going with his serve to Medvedev's backhand, coming in for the serve and volley. Medvedev gets it with his forehand, but Djokovic is right there in the middle of the court to put away the second volley. 30-all. And a serve and volley again, well executed by Djokovic, puts Medvedev very wide to his forehand side. Medvedev tries to go across court. Djokovic is there for the easy put away and the excellent execution of the serve and volley. 40-30 Djokovic. Djokovic is getting ready for his first serve at 40-30 into the net. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is good into the box. Backhand down the line from Medvedev catches Djokovic a little flat-footed. We're at deuce. Medvedev has had traction in every one of Djokovic's service games. He's gotten to at least 30 on each of his service games. This time they're at deuce, but Djokovic has been putting pressure on. Medvedev's been putting pressure on Djokovic's serve. Djokovic's serve down the tee is good. He's coming in for the kill, and he puts a easy ball, not so easy ball away to Medvedev's backhand side with a pretty strong volley there. It was half a volley, half a swinging forehand. And, maybe a third volley, a third swinging forehand, and a third overhead. It was an awkward little swing that Djokovic handled fairly well. I think they just showed Laszlo Jerry and Djokovic's box. They're from the same country, so I guess they're friends. Djokovic's first serve is long. He has the advantage in this game. Medvedev returns to the forehand, and Medvedev's next forehand goes into the net. 4-1 Djokovic. They're going to sit down for a little break. I need a little bit of water, so I'm going to mute my mic while I drink a little water. There we go. Pretty interesting match so far. The difference in the match has been that first service game from Medvedev. That's just that just was not was just too nervy for Medvedev to hold, and he lost that service game at love. Everything else has been going pretty much as either player would have planned, with Djokovic holding all of his service games and Medvedev doing the same. Other than that opening service game, coming into the match a little nervous, I guess. Should certainly look that way. They're right now they're at 4-1, and one thing that looked encouraging for Medvedev in that last game is during the long rallies, it did look like Djokovic was struggling a little bit to recover after the long rally. Medvedev is also looking like he's recovering after those rallies, but there's a pretty significant age difference between the two, with Djokovic at 36 years old and Medvedev at 27 years old. One would assume that Medvedev's recovery is from these very long rallies that they're playing is a little bit quicker than Djokovic's, just based on their age. It looks like it from what you see on the screen. Anyway, Medvedev is up to serve, and his first serve down the tee looks like a fault. Second serve upcoming. And his second serve is down the tee. He puts it down with some authority. 120 miles an hour down the tee, 15 love, Medvedev. Djokovic didn't quite have a chance at that ball. First serve to the ad court is a little long, second serve upcoming. Second serve is pretty nice to the outside of the box. Now they're going backhand to backhand exchanges. Medvedev's backhand's a little too aggressive, goes slightly wide. 15 all. Medvedev's serve is good. There's an exchange where he's coming into the net. Djokovic lobs it over Medvedev's head. The lob comes really close to the baseline. Medvedev puts it back in play. Djokovic tries to take advantage of the situation and hits his forehand just a little long. So it's 30-15 Medvedev. Medvedev's next first serve is down the tee, and it's a good one. Djokovic doesn't even make a move for it. 40-15 Medvedev. And there's that butterfly that interrupted the last game is still on that guy's hat. So Medvedev's first serve is good. It was wide to Djokovic's forehand. But there's a forehand-to-forehand rally that ensued, and Medvedev got a little aggressive with his forehand, went out wide. 40-30 Medvedev. He still has a game point on his serve. Medvedev's first serve is pretty good to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic handles it, puts it cross court. Now there's an inside-in back forehand from Djokovic. He tries to put it his next forehand. Djokovic tries to put his next forehand down the line, goes a little bit long. Medvedev holds 2-4. Djokovic is going to be serving here in a few seconds at 4-2. Pretty good match so far. The only break of serve going to Djokovic in Medvedev's first service game. They both came out kind of nervous looking, and Djokovic was barely able to hold on to his serve of the first game, and actually all of the games that he's been getting some pressure. But Medvedev lost that first service game of his at love, which marks the difference in the match so far, in the set so far. So it's 4-2 Djokovic. His first serve is long and wide. Second serve upcoming. Second serve down the middle of the box. Medvedev tries to go aggressive with it, misses it. Oh, less than a foot down the baseline. He's being pretty aggressive with it, though. They've panned into the audience a few times, but I haven't picked up the celebrities in the house at this point. I'll point out the next few that they show. First serve for Djokovic is wide. Second serve upcoming. After he bounces it a dozen times. Second serve is in the box. Medvedev takes it to Djokovic's backhand. And backhand to backhand exchange. Now it's a forehand to forehand exchange. Djokovic initiated that. Now Djokovic goes to Medvedev's backhand. And now they're going cross court down the line. Djokovic is trying to go cross court down the line with Medvedev. And Djokovic nets it, trying to go with his forehand down the line to Medvedev's backhand. So we're looking at 15-all on Djokovic's serve here. Djokovic is bouncing it a dozen times here before his first serve at 15-all. And down the tee, pretty good serve. Medvedev handles it, but it's short, weak down the middle, and Djokovic puts it short across court towards Medvedev's backhand, but Medvedev cannot get to 30-15. Djokovic. And for those of you at home, if you're watching this camera, a little dog came into the picture, and he was like, "Hey, I need attention. So here he is getting some attention. Okay, Djokovic hits it. Good serve down the tee. Medvedev responds with a pretty good return, deep and long towards the baseline. Pretty vicious rally is ensuing, but Medvedev gets a little too aggressive. It goes wide on that rally, 40-15 Djokovic. Okay, I think the dog's done with me. So say bye, doggy. Bye. All right. We had our dog moment for the day. Okay, he's not done with me. The dog's not done with me. That's okay. 40-15 Djokovic. He's serving. First serve into the net. He was trying to go down the tee. Second serve upcoming. He's bouncing it. He must bounce it somewhere between 6 and 12 times. I'm not keeping count. They don't show it always, so I can't keep quite count of how many times he bounced it. Maybe he bounces it a specific number of times. I'm really curious about it now. But in any case, he puts the ball in play. There's a forehand to forehand rally right now. And Djokovic overcooks it to Medvedev's forehand just wide. 40-30 Djokovic. Yeah, these rallies have been extensive. They've been rallying quite a bit on these on some of these points, more than you'd usually find with other players. All right, so Djokovic's first serve is into the net, second serve upcoming. Second serve is good. Medvedev hits a forehand, and the rally gets started here. We're looking at backhand to backhand exchanges. A good 3 or 4 exchanges from each side. Backhand to backhand. Djokovic goes to Medvedev's forehand. Now they're going forehand to forehand. Medvedev puts it to Djokovic's backhand. Now they're doing backhand to backhand exchanges. Djokovic is mixing in some slices into his backhand. Now that there's an inside-in forehand from Djokovic, Medvedev is going down the line. Medvedev puts it across to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic runs around his backhand, pounds forehand down the line to beat Medvedev down the line. Djokovic holds at 5-2. Really great tennis so far. High level tennis, high end tennis. It was just that one nervy first service game for Medvedev that's making the difference at this point. 5-2 with Medvedev's serve coming up here in a few moments. I'll take this moment to talk about yourtennisfan.com. It's where you can go to get tennis tips and tricks to improve your tennis game, or post a video and fill out a form and see what we can do to help your tennis game. And if you want, you can post a video of your tennis nemesis with your tennis nemesis product, and it will give you some advice to how to beat your tennis nemesis or how best to play them, I should say. Now, it's no fair to post videos of these top guys because good luck with that. But you're welcome to give that a try. We'll give the best advice we can to beat these guys. It'd be quite interesting to see that, actually. I'd love to see that. But in any case, that's at yourtennisfan.com. You're welcome to go to it whenever you please. Open 24/7. Now, they're coming back to the tennis here with Medvedev up to serve. Now they're showing a picture of Billie Jean King and all her accomplishments for women's tennis and women's sports in general. Anyways, so they're coming back to the tennis here. Medvedev first serve is a little long down the tee, and second serve incoming to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic just handles it with, brings it back with interest, hitting it cross court past Medvedev for a love 15 score. This game at 5-2 for Djokovic. Medvedev's next first serve is into the net. Second serve upcoming. Medvedev's a little quicker with his service pace. Second serve is also a little long. So we're looking at love 30 Djokovic. This is kind of how Djokovic's first service break started. He broke at love. Medvedev hits a serve long and wide down the tee. Second serve is pretty good, actually. Cross court, Djokovic tries to go down the line on him and hits a little long. 30-15. Or 15-30, I should say, on Medvedev's serve. If you're joining in, we're looking at 5-2. Djokovic is up and Medvedev serving at 15-30 in the 8th game of the set. Second serve is in. There's a backhand-to-backhand exchange, forehand-to-forehand exchange now. Djokovic hits it down the line. He's trying to pick on Medvedev's backhand, but Medvedev is too good with his backhand. Down the line past Djokovic's forehand. 30-all. Pretty good stuff here. Really high-end, high-level stuff. Very, very, very precise shot from Medvedev. So his first serve is down the tee. Now they're doing a backhand-to-backhand exchange, I should say. And Medvedev's a little too aggressive with his backhand. Puts it across court wide. Looking at 30-40 with Djokovic having a set point and a break point all in one. Medvedev's first serve. Down the tee, Djokovic is able to handle it, puts it deep and towards his baseline. Medvedev goes to Djokovic's backhand, pretty strong with an inside-out forehand. Djokovic can't quite handle it, chips it wide, trying to get to Medvedev's backhand. So we're at deuce. Medvedev's serve down the tee is pretty good. Djokovic handles it fairly well. Medvedev puts it back at Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic nets the backhand, trying to go down the line on Medvedev. Advantage Medvedev. This is really high-end tennis. I mean, this is a high-level, high-end. They're executing very well. It's still really that one game where Medvedev came in a little cold, a little nervous. Speaking of cold and nervous, Medvedev had the advantage there in the game. Double faults, dumps his second serve into the net. Back to deuce. And Medvedev's first serve is good down the tee, but he comes in and makes a mess of the volley. He was trying to do a drop shot volley, and boy, he just dumps it straight into the net. That was awful for Medvedev. And Djokovic did a good job getting that serve back, but he put it right in the middle of the court with very little pace. Medvedev could have done a bunch of things with it. He just decided to dump it into the net. Djokovic's ad. Medvedev's serve out wide is pretty good. Djokovic guesses correctly by going down the line, but Medvedev's shots are too strong. Djokovic puts it up in the air, and Medvedev puts it away with a pretty good overhead, actually. My dogs need a little bit of attention here. Medvedev's serve is good. Djokovic tries to go wide with a cross-court forehand, and Medvedev replies with a pretty vicious cross-court forehand of his own, and Djokovic was not expecting that. So Djokovic is running the wrong way, essentially, or back at advantage Medvedev. Medvedev's serve down the tee is good. Djokovic puts the return a little wide. So Medvedev wins that game. We're at 5-3 with Djokovic serving for the first set. The camera pans back over to Justin Timberlake for some reason. And I guess some reason is Djokovic is toweling off his racket and getting ready for his service game to win the first set. Dog's still looking for attention. Djokovic hits a great serve wide. Ooh. He comes in with a serve and volley. Medvedev puts a really hard shot to handle into Djokovic's feet. Djokovic is able to put a slow volley all the way across the court. Medvedev runs across the court, tries to do something with a pass, but Djokovic is there for it, puts it away. No, it doesn't quite put it away. Medvedev just hits it long, I should say. In any case, Djokovic hits his serve at 15 love into the net. Second serve coming up. Djokovic's second serve is good. Medvedev hits it into Djokovic's backhand, and Djokovic dumps his backhand into the middle of the net. 15 all. His first serve is coming up at 15 all. It's wide and deep to Medvedev's forehand. Good serve. Medvedev tries to pull it back across court. Can't quite clear the net. 30-15 Djokovic. He's 2 points away from the first set. Too exciting here. Very exciting. 2 points from the first set. First serve's into the net. Second serve coming up. He's bouncing it 4, 5, 6 times, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times. That was 18 bounces between first and second serve. Ball's in play. Forehand to backhand. Djokovic's backhand to Medvedev's backhand. Djokovic backhand. Forehand from Medvedev. Backhand from Djokovic. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand from Djokovic. Backhand from Medvedev. Down the line. Forehand from Djokovic. Forehand from Medvedev. Now they're in a forehand to backhand exchange. Now it's a backhand to backhand exchange. Slice from Djokovic. Down the line from Medvedev. Cross-court forehands from both players at this point. Down the line from Medvedev. Cross-court backhands again. Down the line from Djokovic. Cross-court from Djokovic. Down the line from Medvedev. Now they're back in the backhand to backhand exchange. Medvedev hits a slice backhand that's just a little long. 40-15, Djokovic. 1 point away from the set. (40-15) Djokovic. He's going to take his full 25 seconds from the serve clock for sure here, as that rally was fairly long, and he's got 2 set points. You can count on 25 seconds plus whatever the umpire or the chair umpire gives them. I don't see any graphic with the serve clock on it. There it is. It had a few seconds left. Djokovic hits his first serve towards the tee, but hits the net before it hits anything. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Backhand to backhand exchange. Backhand to backhand still. There's a couple forehands in here too. Medvedev's backhand goes a slight bit long. Medvedev can't believe it. Matthew McConaughey is clapping his hands. He's in Djokovic's box. Djokovic takes the first set. 6-3. Pretty exciting so far. The only difference in the set was that one nervy service game, the first service game for Medvedev. Other than that, these two have been pretty much evenly matched. Quite honestly, Medvedev's put a lot more pressure on Novak's service games. Just hasn't been able to make a service break out of it, whereas Djokovic took advantage of that one little weak instant that Medvedev had on his service game, and Medvedev paid the price with his loss of serve, with the break of serve, and that's really been the only difference in the match in the first set so far. So let's look at the stats here while we have a moment. So the first set stats are in. 3 aces from Novak Djokovic, 2 aces from Daniil Medvedev, which is kind of surprising because Medvedev's known to have a bigger serve in general, but Novak's serve is definitely fine-tuned. Novak has no double faults. Medvedev has 3 double faults. First serve percentage is fairly even between the two, 56% for Medvedev, 55% for Novak. And first serve points won at 73% for Medvedev against 83% for Djokovic. Second serve points won is where the difference comes in. 33% second serve points won from Medvedev and 53% of second serve points won by Djokovic. Break point serve saved. Medvedev saved 2 out of 3 break points, and Djokovic has seen no break points so far, so 0 out of 0. That's kind of surprising. Medvedev had put quite a few points on the board during Djokovic's service games, but I guess he didn't have any break points at all. Looking at returns of serve, first serve returns, Medvedev's winning 22% of the first serves he returns. Novak Djokovic is winning 27% of the first serves he's able to return. Second serves a little bit different. 47% for Medvedev of second serve return points won, and 67% for Novak Djokovic. And let's see, what other match stats do we have so far? We have 8 winners for for Medvedev, and 12 winners for Djokovic. 12 unforced errors for Medvedev, and 10 unforced errors for Djokovic. And let's see, Medvedev's won all 3 points he's played at the net, and Djokovic has won 5 out of the 6 points he's played at the net. It was just the one point that he lost at net. Maximum number of points. These are more hairy stats. Maximum points in a row that either player won. Medvedev won 4 points in a row at one point in time, and Djokovic won 6 points in a row at some point in time. It's not a huge difference there. And service points won 56% for Medvedev against 68% for Djokovic. Return points won 32% for Medvedev, 44% for Djokovic. And with total points in favor of Djokovic at 33 points for Djokovic, 25 points for Medvedev. So really what those stats are showing is a pretty decent difference. It's just the one game difference where Djokovic was able to break Medvedev at love. At this point, they're showing Djokovic sitting on the bench, stretching his arms out, stretching his fingers out. I'm kind of curious what Medvedev's doing in the intermission here between the first and second set. Medvedev went into the locker room to, I guess, do a change of clothes, maybe hit the bathroom or something like that. He's coming back out, putting his little wrist guards back on. So Medvedev, Djokovic does lead the head-to-head between these two at 9 matches for Djokovic, 5 matches for Medvedev, and here they are getting ready for the second set with Djokovic having won the first set 6-3. First service game going to Medvedev here in the second set. So serve clock's at 28, but Medvedev's a pretty quick server. He's already serving. He served down the tee, but he just missed it wide. Oh no, it wasn't wide. It was long by like a 1/4 inch. Second serve is in. Djokovic puts it in play to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev is a little too aggressive with his cross-court backhand and puts it wide. Not by much, just wide. Djokovic is ready for his second serve, for a first serve, I should say. And Medvedev hits a good one down the tee. Djokovic puts it a little long, 15-all. That first serve speed is 117 miles an hour from Medvedev down the tee. Djokovic. Medvedev's first serve looks like there's a let, so they're going to try Medvedev's first serve again. His first serve is a little long. Second serve coming in. Second serve is good. They're rallying across court. And now Medvedev goes down the line with his backhand, down to Djokovic's backhand. Now they're in a backhand exchange. Djokovic does throw in a couple slices here and again with his backhand. and Medvedev tries to take one of Djokovic's slices down the line with an inside-in forehand and puts it into the net. 15-30, Djokovic is slightly ahead on Medvedev's first service game here in the second set. And Medvedev's serve down the tee is good. He hits a vicious forehand down the line to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic barely gets it back. Medvedev hits an overhead into Djokovic's backhand and past him for a winner. So 30-all. There's a Nicole Kidman and whatever Nicole Kidman's husband is. I want to say Keith Richards, but I know it's not Keith Richards. I shouldn't say. He looks like Keith Richards. Anyway, so the next point, Medvedev hits a good serve. Djokovic meekly replies with a return down the middle, and Medvedev puts it away pretty well. There's a V in both of these guys' names, and D in both of these guys' names. So it's hard for me to pronounce their names without getting one slightly mixed up with the other. Apologies for that. In any case, Medvedev's next two serves are wide. He double faults for a fourth double fault for the match. Brings the score back to deuce. His next first serve is good and wide. Puts Djokovic on the defensive by putting the next ball across court to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic tries a defensive lob, but his defensive lob goes wide. Advantage Medvedev. Medvedev goes down the tee. Djokovic is able to get it back. Now Medvedev is putting forehand and backhand down the line to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic is able to get a forehand in play across court, and Medvedev tries to respond back across court, but nets the ball. Back to deuce. And Medvedev's next forehand down the tee is pretty solid. Djokovic replies with a soft shot down the middle, and Medvedev puts the ball away across court past Djokovic's forehand side. Advantage Medvedev. Medvedev's next serve hits the tape, goes long. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is also long. Back to deuce. That wasn't even close. Yeah, he's hit a couple second serves into the ad court that weren't anywhere near the box. First serve is a good one. Puts Djokovic wide to his forehand. He comes in. Medvedev comes in, puts the ball wide to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic catches up to the ball, but Medvedev's in for the finishing volley. Fairly easy volley that he puts into the back into the court. Djokovic can't do anything about. His next serve is down the tee. It's a pretty good serve. Djokovic responds meekly with a shot down the middle. And Medvedev hits a hard shot to down the line to Djokovic's forehand, and Djokovic is not able to handle that. So it's 1-0 Medvedev in the after the first game of the second set. They're doing a little recap here on screen for the first set. And now they're showing the players getting back on court for the second game of the second set. Djokovic to serve. He's bouncing the ball half a dozen times again. And his first serve is a little too wide. That's a fault. He's trying to go very wide to Medvedev's forehand. Djokovic's second serve is in the middle of the box. Medvedev handles with a backhand. Backhand to backhand exchange is going on right now. And Medvedev puts it softly into the net. 15-love Djokovic. So 15-love Djokovic, and he's getting ready to serve his first serve. Medvedev handles it with his backhand. There's a forehand-to-forehand exchange going on here. Djokovic goes down the line to Medvedev's backhand. Now there's a backhand-to-backhand exchange. Medvedev goes inside-in forehand. Now inside-in down the line. Forehand from Medvedev. Backhand from Djokovic. Forehand from Medvedev. Forehand from Djokovic. Forehand down the line from Medvedev. Gets Djokovic on the stretch. Djokovic is able to put the ball back. Medvedev overcooks it to down the line, or actually cross court, puts it wide. 30-love Djokovic. This is such high-end tennis. They're panning the camera into the crowd, and I can tell there's a lot of celebrities there, but they pan too quickly for me to get a celebrity sighting on here. So Djokovic hits a forehand down the tee, backhand from Medvedev. Djokovic tests down the line with to Medvedev's backhand again with a strong shot. Medvedev tries to handle it back across court, can't quite get it. Goes long and wide. Djokovic is up 40-love. Djokovic is getting ready for his serve at 40-love at 0-1 in the second set. Djokovic's serve is good down the middle of the box, and his volley is aggressive to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev tries to do a little too much with his backhand, goes across court and wide. Djokovic holds serve at love that time. So we're at 1-1. Oh, there's Leonardo DiCaprio, and I've seen that girl before. She's on like Big Bang Theory, and she's on like the original cast from Roseanne. I'm trying to remember her name. Anyways, it's a couple more celebrities. Medvedev's first serve is down the tee. Djokovic can't quite get to it. He hits it off his frame, and Medvedev is up 15-love. Medvedev hits the ball his first serve into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good, and rally ensues. Djokovic's backhand down the line is pretty good. Now Djokovic hits a backhand cross court, and Djokovic tries to come in, put a sort of kind of volley away, but Djokovic's volley goes too long. 30-love Medvedev. This is just intensely high-level tennis. This is fantastic. Djokovic goes to the towel to towel off. Medvedev's thinking pretty intensely. He's probably thinking, what am I going to do with this next point? At least that's what he should be thinking. I'm sure that's what he is thinking. His first serve is a let. Second serve coming up. In case you're just joining, we're at one set to love for Djokovic at on serve in the second set at 1-1. 30 love for Medvedev, and Medvedev's serve is good, but Djokovic takes the advantage, puts Medvedev on a string to both his backhand and his forehand, and then finally puts an easy overhead away after Medvedev tries to struggle to get back into the point. Medvedev's getting ready for his next serve at 30-15 to the ad court. And his serve is a little long down the tee, just slightly long. Second serve coming up. Medvedev serves so quickly between his first and second serve. He puts it in play. There's a backhand-to-backhand exchange. Djokovic likes to mix up his backhand-to-backhand exchanges with slices and top spins. I don't see very much topspin or a slice from Medvedev on his backhand-to-backhand exchanges. They're still rallying. Oh, that's why he doesn't do a slice backhand. He just tried to do a slice backhand down the line and missed by quite a bit, by a good foot or two, which is a lot for these guys. We're at 30-all, and Medvedev's service game here at 1-1 in the second set. Medvedev's serve down the tee is good. Djokovic's response was just slightly long. Just a few inches long, but that's long enough. 40-30 Medvedev. This is a great match. This has really been a high-level match. It's everything you'd expect it to be from these two guys. Medvedev serve down the tee is good. Djokovic replies, gets in a rally. Now they're doing a backhand-to-backhand exchange. All topspin backhands at this point, and that might have thrown Medvedev off. It was like 3 or 4 consecutive topspin backhands, and Medvedev just overcooked that last topspin backhand. Went well long. It wasn't even close to being in the court. It was like 3-4 feet long, and back to deuce here for on Medvedev's serve. Medvedev's getting ready for his first serve of deuce. Puts it wide to Djokovic's forehand, and Djokovic obliges by putting that return a little long. Advantage Medvedev. Medvedev hits a good strong serve wide and deep to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic can't quite handle it. Medvedev wins the game. 2-1 Medvedev over Djokovic. I'm going to take a moment here to grab a drink of water while they do the changeover. Just a moment. And I'm back for my little drink of water. It's been quite a match here. The only difference in the match so far has been the first Medvedev service game was too nervy for Medvedev. He didn't win a single point in that service game. Other than that, they've both held serve pretty strongly, and it is currently at 2-1 Medvedev over Djokovic in the second set on serve. Really, I mean, that's really been the only difference between the two players. I mean, you'd expect to see Djokovic come out and play strong on his service games and take the extra few seconds to prepare for his serves, and that's what he's come out and done. He's come out and really hit well, kept control of his service games, while Djokovic, while Medvedev just had that one flub, really. Okay, they're showing, I don't know, a New York Rangers goalie from from a decade ago. Well, maybe, yeah, a couple decades ago, actually. So I don't know if he even counts as a celebrity. Maybe he does, because he's friends apparently with some of the tennis players. There you go. Goalies, tennis players, they're all the same. The goalies in hockey, they wear gloves, and tennis players, they wear their tennis rackets. So hey, there's not much difference there. It's a New York Rangers goalie, Henry Lundqvist. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Lundqvist. Could be Lindquist. Probably Lundqvist. I've heard a bunch of Linquists. Yeah, it would be Lundqvist. In any case, let's see what else is going on here. Djokovic is getting ready to serve. He's bouncing it his dozen times. And Djokovic is serving long down the tee. Second serve coming up. I can hear that ball bounce on Djokovic's side before his second serve. Just a half dozen times. It's a dozen times. I'll call it a dozen times. It's probably like 10 times. So the serve's in. They're backhand exchange. Medvedev tries to change it up with a inside-out forehand. It's a little too aggressive. Goes wide. 15-love. Djokovic. On Djokovic's serve. Djokovic hits it into the net for his first serve. Second serve coming up. Second serve is in the middle of the box. Medvedev puts some pace into the middle of the court. Now there's a forehand exchange. Djokovic loses his balance a tiny bit, puts his hand on the ground, but he recovers. Now they're still in a rally here. Forehand to Djokovic's backhand to backhand. Still sticking with backhand to backhand. It just topspin backhand to topspin backhand at this time. Medvedev goes to Djokovic's forehand. Medvedev goes strongly with his forehand into Djokovic's backhand. Medvedev hits a drop shot. Djokovic replies with a drop shot to drop shot. Djokovic lobs it over Medvedev. Medvedev frames it into the side netting if we were playing hockey. Just frames it. He didn't really frame it into anything. He just frames it off to the side a little bit. The ball didn't even leave the court. He framed it so weakly. That was a strange point. Medvedev should never have gotten himself into that sort of point. Djokovic is kind of kicking himself too, because Medvedev really should have put that ball away. Quite honestly, they both played that point kind of poorly, but Djokovic got away with it. 30-love Djokovic so far. And Djokovic's first serve is into the net. Second serve coming up. 30-love for Djokovic here, trying to hold serve. Keep things on serve in the second set. His second serve is pretty good. It was wide and deep into Medvedev's forehand. Medvedev tries to hit it strongly across court, but dumps it into the net instead. 40-love Djokovic. This is great tennis. I mean, yeah, they have a couple of points that they flub here and there, but it is fantastic. Djokovic does a little serve and volley, deep to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev responds kind of meekly into the middle of the court. Djokovic is there for a little drop volley into Medvedev's forehand, and Medvedev can't quite get to the drop volley in time. Djokovic wins that game, and we're all tied at 2 in the second set. Medvedev serving already. They're in a forehand to backhand exchange with Medvedev's forehand and Djokovic's backhand. Now they're in a backhand to backhand exchange. They really like those backhand to backhand exchanges. And I can see why Medvedev tries to pull his forehand across to Djokovic's forehand, but misses wide. Looking at love 15, Djokovic. Medvedev's serve down the tee is pretty strong. Medvedev's trying to pin Djokovic into Djokovic's backhand, but is unsuccessful too. They're in a pretty evenly paced rally now, and Medvedev's backhand goes a little long. Love 30, Djokovic. His first serve is really good. It is right on the corner, deep and wide into Djokovic's forehand, and Djokovic can't even make the ball back to the net. 15-30 on Medvedev's serve. And his next serve is good. The rally's getting started. Djokovic's return is pretty good as well. They're rallying here. Djokovic tries to go deep to Medvedev's backhand, but Djokovic's backhand's a little long. 30-all Medvedev on Medvedev's serve. My dog's getting some treats here. Oops. My dog needed a treat real quick. And Medvedev hits a great first serve into down the tee. Gets it past Djokovic. 3-2 Medvedev. All right, 3-2 Medvedev on serve in the second set. This has been a fantastic high-level second set. It was just like the first set, except Medvedev just was too nervy in his first service game and just dropped it at love. Other than that, these games have been pretty flawless from both the players. Just that one little nervy game. It wouldn't surprise me if they go to a tie break this set, just because they've both been holding on to serve so well all the way through the match, other than that first nervy service game from Medvedev. Going back to, let's see, what other statistics do we have here? Let's see here. Here, I'm playing with the statistics here live while we chat here. We'll just look at second set statistics, shall we? Let's see here. In the second set, we've seen 2 aces from Medvedev, no aces from Djokovic. 2 double faults from Medvedev, no double faults from Djokovic. So it's kind of evenly distributed. The 2 double faults and the 2 aces kind of canceling each other out for Medvedev. In any case, they're showing the crowd back again. John Hamm is on camera. Molly Ringwald, they're showing her. Molly Ringwald's back because she's talking to someone behind her. Couldn't see who she's talking to. Whoever she's talking to is probably famous, because they was wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, trying to stay as anonymous as they possibly could. And there's someone in front of him too. Otherwise, I might have been able to make out his face. But hoodie, hat, and sunglasses, and someone in front of him. So couldn't make out who Molly Ringwald was talking to. And Djokovic's first serve is good. Medvedev tries to handle it, puts it a little long. 15-love, Djokovic. Djokovic puts it deep into Medvedev's backhand, and Medvedev is able to put it back into play. Now Medvedev's finally muscled his way back into a steady rally, putting it deep into Djokovic's backhand. With every shot, he's testing Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic is testing Medvedev to his backhand now, and really puts one hard into Medvedev's backhand that Medvedev can't control. And in the middle of the point, there is a let core that Medvedev got to drop over the net, but it happened is it gave Djokovic extra time to gear up and just put it past Medvedev. 30-love, Djokovic. His next serve down the tee is pretty good, but he moves in for the kill. His next volley puts it deep into Medvedev's backhand, and Medvedev can't pass Djokovic with his backhand, and Djokovic puts that volley away. 40-love, Djokovic. Djokovic's next first serve is good. It's wide to Medvedev's backhand, and Medvedev was not expecting it there because he didn't even move. It was an ace. Djokovic holds it love, 3-all in the second set. This is super exciting. Super high level tennis, super high energy too. Both these guys are running around the court with pretty much extended rallies. Djokovic hits the let, ball bounces in play. They're still rallying from the baseline at this point, backhand to backhand. Djokovic slices his backhand, topspin from Djokovic's backhand to the backhand, slice to Medvedev's forehand, down the line to Medvedev. Oh, wow. Djokovic is putting Medvedev side to side and finally finishes him off with a drop shot to Medvedev's forehand side, but it was really well placed. Kind of taking a page out of Alcaraz's book, in all honesty. That really looked like an Alcaraz kind of play. Yeah, Djokovic is still learning in his advanced age of 37. That's what makes him one of the greatest. 15-love Djokovic, or love 15 Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. Medvedev puts it out wide to Djokovic's backhand. Now he brings it across court to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic is barely able to get that, and Medvedev puts a forehand easily away to Djokovic's backhand side. He had him on a string on that point and put him away like that. Djokovic's serve is good, pulls Medvedev's serve is good, pulls Djokovic out wide. Djokovic returns the ball into the court, but Medvedev is able to respond across court and put the ball away as Djokovic tries to get back into the middle of court. 30-15, Medvedev. His first serve's into the net as he attempts to go down the tee. Second serve is coming in. Down the tee again. Djokovic responds pretty strongly with his return. Medvedev just keeps the rally going to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic overcooks it cross court. Djokovic is really winded here. He's trying to keep up. Medvedev's up 40-15 in this game. So next Medvedev serve is a little long. And his next serve is good. Rally ensues. Djokovic is down the line, backhand to Medvedev's forehand, and is very deep into the court. Medvedev tries to handle with his cross-court forehand, but doesn't quite clear the net. 40-30. 40-30 with his serve down the tee just being a little long. Second serve incoming. Second serve is in the middle of the box. Djokovic replies down the middle. Medvedev tries to go down the line. to Djokovic, but puts it right into the middle of the net. It wasn't even close to going over deuce. And Medvedev's next serve is pretty good, wide, pulling Djokovic wide to his forehand side. Medvedev tries to go down to his backhand, Djokovic's backhand side, but Djokovic is there. Now they're in a forehand-to-forehand rally. Djokovic down the line to Medvedev's backhand-to-backhand rally. Medvedev's backhand's just slightly too aggressive, goes a little long, a little deep. And no joy in Mudville for Medvedev on that game. Advantage on that point, actually. Advantage Djokovic. Djokovic gets another break point here. At 3-all in the second set. Oh, this is some great tennis. Medvedev has a great serve deep into Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic just gets the ball back in play, just trying to recover from that good serve. And Medvedev's there for the volley and really puts a swinging volley into Djokovic's forehand side, puts it away. Djokovic didn't quite even have a chance to put a move on. Back to deuce. Medvedev serves down the tee just wide. My dog needed a treat. I think I threw it too far. Anyway, so they're backhand serve. They're back to rallying, backhand to backhand at this point. Backhand to Djokovic's forehand. Backhand to backhand again. Djokovic tries to go down the line. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good for Djokovic. He tries to go down the line hard and strong to Djokovic's forehand, but he loses his balance somehow, and something is hurting him. Okay, his legs kind of gave out, and then he dropped his racket, and he's looking at his fingers. Something's not working right with his fingers. He might have a full body meltdown going on, because at first it looked like his legs were breaking down on him, and then it looked like he made it look like his fingers were doing something wrong with him. That's why he dropped the racket. He might have thought he was falling. So anyway, it's advantage Medvedev. First serve is good. Djokovic's reply was pretty good. And Medvedev puts a forehand right into the net. Back to deuce. I got to see if my dog got her treat. Hold on. Oh, maybe not. Medvedev serves so quickly, I couldn't even let go for a second here. So Medvedev first serve into the net. Second serve right into Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic puts a pretty good return in play. Djokovic is pounding it into Medvedev's forehand. Now back to Medvedev's backhand. Backhand slice from Djokovic to Medvedev's forehand. Backhand to backhand now. Slice into Medvedev's backhand. Hits the tape. Still goes in. Forehand to forehand. Forehand to Djokovic's backhand. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand from Medvedev down the line. This is a very long rally. Djokovic puts it down the line to Djokovic's backhand. Really strong, but Djokovic is able to retrieve it with a nice slice lob almost. And Djokovic falls over. He's exhausted. He falls over from exhaustion. It's Medvedev's point, Medvedev's advantage, and Djokovic he's playing possum or something. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just gassed. It looked like Medvedev could go another 5, 6, 10 rally points, 10 rally strokes, I should say. But Djokovic just, it looks like he play collapses. So, Yeah, 31 shot rally. So it's a really long rally, and he just kind of falls over. Very strange. I mean, it doesn't look like anything's wrong with him physically, other than he's just gassed. He's completely gassed, but it's not even his service game, so he has to go at Medvedev's pace. Medvedev's next serve down the tee is good. They're going backhand to backhand. Djokovic puts it to Medvedev's forehand. Now they're going forehand to forehand. Medvedev barely getting to it, and Djokovic's backhand is too good. He gets it past Medvedev's backhand. This is such high level stuff. The only strange caveat being with Djokovic just collapse in the middle of things. First serve is a fault. Make sure the dog has his treat. They are back on court. My dog did get its treat. So it's their feeding time pretty soon. So I'm going to have to take a few moments to feed them in a few minutes here. But maybe at the end of the set. Hopefully they'll have a good changeover at the end of the set. So Djokovic's first serve is nice and wide and deep. Medvedev tries to put it back in play. Djokovic handles the serve and volley situation pretty easily. 15-love Djokovic. And his next first serve is in. Medvedev does a really great job of putting it deep into towards the baseline. Djokovic tries to maintain the server's advantage there. Hits a strong shot, but into the net. 15-all. This is forehand that misfired a little bit for Djokovic. So 15-all for with Djokovic about to hit a second serve, or a first serve, I should say. And his first serve's a little wide. His second serve's going to be incoming here. And his second serve is good. The ball's in play. They're doing a backhand-to-backhand rally. Djokovic does a fairly good job of mixing up his slice backhands and his topspin backhands. Medvedev gets a little impatient, tries to go down the line, and Djokovic into the net. 30-15, Djokovic is up on his service game. Djokovic is looking a little bit more gassed than he usually looks like, and he's only halfway through the second set. He is up a set, but I don't know if he's going to have the energy to keep going with Medvedev. Medvedev can go. So we'll see about how this works out. In any case, Djokovic has this game kind of in hand. 40-15, Djokovic. There's a short exchange that happened. Medvedev puts it into the net with his backhand. Yeah, his first serve is a fault. Second serve is also a little long, 40-30. That's a double fault that, in the grand scheme of things, might not be so good for Djokovic if he's not able to hold on to this next point. But at 40-30, he's still in the driver's seat in his service game. And his serve is good down the tee. Medvedev is able to return it strongly. Now they're in an even rally, going backhand to backhand again. Djokovic going to Medvedev's forehand, backhand to backhand again. Medvedev is trying to put a lot of more balls into Djokovic's backhand than his forehand. Medvedev's great at going down the line into the backhand side. Now he's going to Djokovic's forehand, Djokovic's backhand. Medvedev keeps going to Djokovic's backhand. It's like a 3-2 split. 2 shots to Djokovic's backhand, 1 shot to his forehand. Maybe 3-1 split. Zach Graf is in the audience. I think that's his name. They didn't put a title on there. Anyway, so Djokovic tries to drop shot into Medvedev, but he was just trying to end the point soon because it looks like his legs are cramping up. He's wincing. Every step he takes, he's wincing at this point, Djokovic is. His legs are betraying him a little bit. He's had trouble with his legs. Wow, I saw his leg muscles kind of shudder. Kind of like when your eye twitches, it's like his quad is twitching. Which one is it? His left quad? His right quad? One of them was twitching. Let me see. His right quad. His right quad has this little twitch in it, kind of like when someone's nervous and their eye twitches, but it's his quad that's doing it. And he's limping. He's limping. I think he's limping on his left leg. I'm trying to figure out which leg is bothering him more. I could have sworn it was his right quad that was twitching. One of them was bothering him a lot. Anyway, Djokovic's serve was so good that Medvedev's response was long and wide. So Djokovic is up advantage here. It looks like his right leg is bothering him, Djokovic, because that's the one he's trying to shake loose. He's trying to shake loose. In the past, I've seen him beat his leg with his racket a little bit or with his fist just to wake it up or whatever. But I don't think he's going to be doing that this game. It looks like something else is going on with that leg. It's in the muscles. He just double faults. Oh, that's not good for Djokovic. Great for Medvedev. Back to deuce. It looks like his right leg is the one that's giving him trouble because he's shaking it out a little bit. Wow, that butterfly's still in the audience. They still got it's a huge butterfly. That's amazing. The butterfly wants to watch the men's championship also. It is front row. It's in front of the front row. It's on the wall actually. That is something else. That butterfly's been around since the first set. It's taking in all this atmosphere. There's a bunch of ushers that are sitting on the stairs all through Arthur Ashe Arena. I've never seen that. I've never noticed that before. Anyway, second serve coming in at deuce. Djokovic has it in play. They're doing a forehand-to-forehand exchange at this point. Djokovic to Medvedev's backhand. The backhand from Djokovic to Medvedev's forehand. He moves in to volley. Medvedev tries to pass him, but dumps it into the net. Advantage Djokovic. So Djokovic is getting ready for his first serve with his ad, where he's has the advantage in his service game. First serve down the tee is just wide, fault. Second serve coming up. If you're just joining in, this is a great technical match. First set went to Djokovic on one break. Second set, Djokovic has the advantage. They're on serve. And Djokovic is serving, and he has the ad on his advantage on his serve. But Djokovic seems to be struggling a little bit with one of his legs. I think it's his right leg. In any case, there's a forehand-to-forehand exchange right here. It's like a 15-shot rally. Djokovic, at the end of it, dumps it into the net and half falls to the ground, half not. His racket kind of bounced to the ground a little bit. Not because he was throwing it, it's because he was trying to keep his balance. One of his legs is betraying him. I think it's his right leg. I'm not 100% sure. Earlier he was trying to shake out. Earlier this game he was trying to shake out his right leg. We're back to deuce. It's amazing that he can keep his body in one piece. It really is amazing. Djokovic's serve is called a let. And Djokovic is upset that it was called a let because he thought it would clear the net by a lot. But the little electronic let caller said it's a let. Now, maybe it's the butterfly that came by and hit the net. Who knows? It looked good to me. It didn't look like a let to me, but that's why they have these little electronic gadgets because they're pretty sensitive. Honestly, it did not look like a let to me. It looked like the ball cleared fairly well, but. Here comes the first serve anyways. Medvedev handles it. They're in a rally. Djokovic takes a drop shot. Medvedev tries to hit it hard. Does hit it hard. Djokovic doesn't quite have enough on the pass. Medvedev puts away a fairly routine overhead. Maybe he was tested a little bit with that overhead, but not a whole lot. And Medvedev has a break point. Djokovic is struggling a little physically. I think it's his right leg. It might be his left leg. One of his legs is not treating Djokovic well. I've seen Djokovic. That's what makes him the GOAT. I've seen Djokovic recover from these issues, and I don't know how he does it. I don't know how anyone can do that. Your leg's hurting. How do you recover in the middle of a match? Anyway, he did fantastic on that point. and he's asking for a little support from the audience because, I mean, it really was a fantastic point. He puts the ball deep and wide to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev has a beautiful response down the line, but Djokovic's response to his down the line shot, Medvedev's down the line shot, is even better by doing a little cross court drop shot, half volley, that Medvedev can't get to, which is, I mean, twice as impressive with Djokovic having these mobility issues this game. It really is something special. Back to deuce. Djokovic's first serve into the net, second serve coming up. I mean, this is extra. I mean, it really is extra. I mean, it really shows how much strength and grace Djokovic has to be able to come back consistently from this type of adversity. I mean, his leg is hurting him. I'm not quite sure which one, but it's definitely affecting his balance. And he's still able to muster some points together to keep himself in the game. And now it looks like Medvedev's a little slow. Djokovic is putting him side to side, back and forth. Wow! Djokovic grazes the net with his volley. And just enough to throw Medvedev off his game, and Medvedev can't get to the ball. Advantage Djokovic. It just touched the back end of the tape on the way over. And Medvedev is looking for Djokovic to apologize. Djokovic is apologizing, but Medvedev turns his head and just shakes his head. He's just like, no. This is not good. He probably would have gotten to it had he not clipped the tape. It took a little touch off the ball speed. This is next level stuff. This has been a long game. Djokovic's advantage. They're still playing. And, okay, a serve and volley from Djokovic puts him side to side, puts Medvedev side to side, and Medvedev ends up putting a forehand into the net. Djokovic holds serve up to 4-all. Djokovic is celebrating like he's won the tournament almost. I mean, he's letting a shout rip, and all. Now my dogs are complaining they didn't get a treat in a while, so you get a treat. All right, first serve from Medvedev is good down the tee. Djokovic's response is even better. Now the rallies ensued. They're going backhand to backhand. It's a pretty even rally at this point. No one seems to have an advantage so far. Forehand to forehand, forehand to backhand. Djokovic keeps clipping the tape, but that one might not have worked in his favor as it took a little steam off of it, and it didn't work in his favor. Medvedev was able to push Djokovic side to side a bit. Djokovic tried to go up and over Medvedev, but it went wide. 15-love Medvedev. Now, to add to the excitement here, my dogs are really clamoring. It's their feeding time. 15-love Medvedev. Okay, next serve is good. Djokovic handles the return well. They're going in a backhand to backhand rally, forehand to forehand rally. Medvedev goes to backhand of Djokovic. Djokovic responds with a forehand to Medvedev's backhand. And it looked like his balance betrayed him a little bit. Djokovic is trying to go down the line with his backhand into Medvedev's forehand, but hit the net. 30-love Medvedev. Djokovic's coaching team is trying to give him a little advice on something he needs to do. I couldn't figure it out. Something to do with his backhand. Medvedev's next serve is good. Djokovic just handles it like a champ. They do a forehand to forehand exchange, backhand to backhand exchange, and then Djokovic just tries to dump out of the point with a drop shot and hits the bottom of the tape that time. 40-love Medvedev. Yeah, Djokovic is kind of struggling here a little bit. Medvedev's first serve is a little long to Djokovic's backhand side. Second serve is nice down the tee, but it's called a let. Second serve to be retaken here. It's pretty exciting. This is great stuff. 40 love from Medvedev. And Medvedev hits it down the tee strong and hard, and Djokovic does what he can, tries to hit a winner down Medvedev's forehand side, but is not able to. At this point, I have to feed the dogs real quick. I'll be back. All right, I wasn't able to successfully get the dogs fed. I set it up for the next changeover, but here we are, 5-4 in the second set. Djokovic takes the first one off of one service break from the first Medvedev service game of the match, and we're on serve. But Djokovic is having a little bit of a leg issue going on. I believe it's the right leg. It might be the left, but from everything I could see is the right leg. Djokovic's serve at 4-5 is coming up here. And to let for a serve to come again. It's a very exciting match. Djokovic is struggled through this last service game, barely keeping up. It was just fantastic to see. I mean, how he can come back from his legs cramping or whatever his leg was doing is beyond me, because he's playing such high-level tennis. They're both playing such high-level tennis. But first serve is a fault. Second serve coming in, down the middle of the tee. Medvedev does a good job of putting it to Djokovic's backhand. Backhand to backhand exchange. Forehand from Medvedev. Forehand from Djokovic. Now they're back to their backhands. Backhand to forehand on Medvedev's side. Backhand. Medvedev's making Djokovic go side to side. Backhand to Djokovic. Djokovic kind of dumps out of that point. He's trying to hit a defensive slice, but can't quite make the court again. 15. Medvedev. You can see a little bit of slowness coming from Djokovic's side, which is it's just, you don't see that normally. From a full 100% Djokovic, you don't see slowness coming from his side, but he's struggling a little bit with that leg. So I'm assuming it's the right leg, because that's the one he was trying to shake out earlier. So it's love 15 on Djokovic's serve. He's getting ready for his first serve here, and it's a good one down the tee. Medvedev is able to handle it, and Djokovic is there to put it away. I mean, Medvedev just barely got it back over to Djokovic. Djokovic came in for the kill, puts it away at 15 all. I mean, Djokovic is doing everything he can to shorten these points and put it away as quickly as he can, because the long points just are not suiting him right with his leg being I guess, in some way affected. It's still not clear what Djokovic's leg issue is, but there's something definitely going on there. First serve is into the net. He's trying to go down the tee. Second serve upcoming. He's bounced it over a dozen times at this point. He's taking in some air probably. And Medvedev's return is fantastic. It's deep and long. Medvedev's coming in. Wow. Djokovic puts it past Medvedev in a spectacular fashion. Just passes him. Medvedev was expecting the ball to go down the line. Djokovic puts it cross court on him. That's next level. So it's 30-15 Djokovic on Djokovic's serve here. Djokovic's serve down the tee is a let. He doesn't look too thrilled about it being a let. Second serve is incoming. Second serve is no. The first, that was the first serve because the first one was a let, of course. So the first serve is long. Second serve is incoming. He's taking a few extra breaths here as he serves the second serve, and the second serve is called a let. Djokovic is not too pleased with the second serve being called a let, but he's just dealing with it, kind of doing that. I'm not happy, but I'll just go with it. Second serve is a pretty good one. He comes in for the serve and volley. He's just crashing those volleys as hard as he can into Medvedev, straight down the court, basically straight down the line. Medvedev's job is to get it around Djokovic somehow, but he's not able to. He's not able to pass Djokovic. Djokovic pounds it past Medvedev's backhand, and Medvedev's just caught looking at the ball. 40-15 for Djokovic on his serve. He hits the first serve into the net. The net just bounces it very long past the service line. Second serve coming in at 40-15. There's an odd fan or two shouting out in between his serves. Not too sportsmanlike, but Djokovic puts it in play. Forehand to forehand rally ensues. Now it's a backhand to backhand rally. Now backhand to forehand. Djokovic tries to put it back to Medvedev's backhand, hits and dumps it into the net. 40-30, Djokovic. This is such high-level tennis. It's spectacular, really. So here in the second set, we're looking at 3 aces for Medvedev, 1 ace for Djokovic, 2 double faults for each of these guys in the second set, with the first serve percentage being 10 points higher for Medvedev than Djokovic, at 68% for Medvedev and 56% for Djokovic. Djokovic's first serve is a let. Bounces high and long, but into the service box. So another first serve is coming in for Djokovic. First serve is down the tee. It's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty of a serve. Hits it down the tee. Medvedev tries to put it back in play. Cannot. Hits it long and wide. They're tied at 5 games apiece. Djokovic is yelling something to his box. Don't know what he's yelling at his box. So we're in the 2-hour mark in the match, and Djokovic and Medvedev are tied up at 5-all in the second set. Medvedev's up for his first serve, puts it wide to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic hits a nice return. Medvedev tries to go down the line to Djokovic's backhand, make at the very least make Djokovic run, but Medvedev's shot goes a little long. Love 15, Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. Medvedev hits it down the tee. Djokovic replies meekly down the middle of the court, more or less, and Medvedev hits a backhand down the line winner past Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic has been faster down the line to cover his forehand in the past. I don't think he can run to his forehand as well as he normally does. So at this point, I'd imagine Medvedev should be hitting it deep to Djokovic's backhand and then pulling him to his forehand, seeing how Djokovic can handle that. Now, he's doing just that, and yep, he did just that, and Djokovic rewarded him with a miss wide cross court. Now Djokovic is yelling to his camp, but I mean, he's a wounded player. Something's wrong with his legs. Everyone can see it. And the play at this point with Djokovic in the position he's at is put Medvedev, or have Medvedev put it deep to his Djokovic's backhand and make him run for his forehand. That's what he's doing right now. He's putting it deep to his backhand. Now Medvedev's trying to put it deep to Djokovic's forehand, but he can't quite make it. He puts it in the middle of the court, and Djokovic just puts it away. He just puts it away. He wasn't able to accomplish the same success that he tried that he got in the previous point. The play for Medvedev is to pin Djokovic deep in his backhand and get him running to his forehand. So he puts it back. Medvedev puts it back to his backhand again. He's trying to pin him to his backhand. Once he can get him pinned to his backhand, he's going to put him to his forehand if he can. But they're in a backhand-to-backhand exchange. Djokovic puts a little drop shot and tries to get down his forehand and puts Djokovic completely out of position. Djokovic just barely got to the forehand. He barely put it back over the net. Medvedev was completely in control at that point at that moment, and puts the ball an easy volley away across court. That's the play here. Whether or not Medvedev is able to execute it is the question. But the play here is pin Djokovic to the. If you can pin Djokovic deep to his backhand side, make him run quickly to his forehand side, and he's been able to cash in on points that way. Just because of whatever issue Djokovic is having with his legs, going deep from his backhand side to his forehand side is problematic right now. So now Medvedev is putting Djokovic deep into his backhand side. Now he's testing him across, and Djokovic is up for that test. He goes down the line. Now they're going forehand to forehand, forehand to forehand. Medvedev's pinning him back to the backhand. Medvedev's trying to put him back to his backhand. Medvedev puts a volley into the middle of the court. Now they're back even. There's a drop shot from Djokovic. And wow, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible shot from Medvedev. Medvedev had all the opportunity to put that ball away. But he didn't. He put it meekly back into the middle of the court, and Djokovic said, "Thank you very much. I'll just put it right past you because you screwed up so wonderfully." This was amazing. Djokovic was out of that point. He had given up on that point, and Medvedev made such a mess of putting the ball right back in the middle of the court, nice and soft, that Djokovic is just up there just with a big old grin on his face saying, hey, look what the cat just brought in. This little canary of a shot just got butchered. And he took the point. They're back at deuce at 5-all on Medvedev's serve at deuce. This is just fantastic stuff. Medvedev's serve down the tee is a good one. And Djokovic just can't get to it with his backhand. It is advantage Medvedev at 5-all in the second set. This is fantastic stuff. So the first serve is in. They're putting him back in play. And Djokovic kind of trips over himself as he puts the ball into the net. 6-5 Medvedev. Medvedev wins his service game, but but Djokovic is kind of tripping over himself. There's definitely something wrong with some of this leg. Anyway, I'm going to do another attempt at feeding the dogs. It's probably not going to get it all done here. I'll be right back. All right. Dogs have not quite been fed. I've got this tricky, weird feeding system, so they're not quite fed just yet, but it's almost there. Anyways, it's 6-5 Medvedev up in the second set. They're on serve. Djokovic is about to serve. Djokovic is getting ready to serve at 5-6. This is going to be a huge test for Djokovic because he's got to hold serve here with something going on with his legs. He's running around. He's doing pretty good running around. He might have been able to settle something down with his legs, but he kind of tried to do a drop shot, and that didn't work out for him. Medvedev is all over that, puts it back in play. Djokovic tries to lob over Medvedev. Medvedev is 6'6". He backs up. He's very athletic too, so he backs up and just puts that overhead away. Puts in, yeah, he put a lot of mustard on that drop shot. Medvedev did, and puts it away. Love 15, Medvedev on Djokovic's serve to try to stay in the set at 5-6. Is quite something else. Djokovic serves. It's a good serve. Medvedev puts it back in play. Now they're at even exchange. Medvedev's backhand goes a little long. It's a 15-all. The name of the game here is, I think, Medvedev just needs to keep it in play, keep Djokovic moving around, because he's got to test that leg. I mean, I'm sure Medvedev's feeling a little tired too, but I mean, Medvedev hasn't been falling over every fourth or fifth point at the end of the point. I mean, Djokovic just served here, and he's kind of fallen over on his first serve. Medvedev's just got to keep the ball in play. I mean, he just got to, like the old cliche from the Karate Kid movie, he's got to sweep the leg. So Djokovic hits a good serve out wide. Medvedev tries to go across court, misses wide. Djokovic does a full lunge to try to stretch his muscles out because his muscles are tight in his leg. I think it's his right leg. Every time he shakes out his legs, it's his right leg that he emphasizes the shake out on, not his left. So he was doing a little lunge in between points here at 30-15 on his serve. First serves into the net. He's favoring that right leg. I'm like 95% convinced it's his right leg at this point, just because he's favoring it every time. Every move he makes, he's favoring that right leg. And his second serve is into the net. He's doing a lunge. And in the lunge, he's stretching out that right leg. So the left leg is lunging forward. The right leg is lunging backwards. He's trying to stretch out that right leg. I'm 97% convinced it's his right leg now. I suppose it could be his left leg, but from every little body movement he does, all the little stretching he does, it's looking like it's his right leg. Sorry. 30-all. Beautiful serve. Wow, the serve and volley is executed to a T there. So he serves out wide to Medvedev's forehand on the deuce court. Medvedev tries to put it back across court, but Djokovic is there in a classic serve and volley. He's in the middle of the court, just dumps the volley straight into the open court. Nothing Medvedev can do about it. 40-30. Djokovic. His first serve is long. Djokovic has had more trouble this last few games serving to the ad court for whatever reason. So first serve is long, second serve is upcoming. And the second serve's into the net. He's having trouble on the ad court, serving to the ad court. Something about whatever's wrong with his legs is giving him more trouble on the ad court than on the deuce court. He's not a happy camper. I don't blame him. I mean, his legs are hurting. Who's happy when you're playing tennis and your legs are hurting? But he's doing a great job with his. I mean, right here, I'd expect more of the same. He'll serve wide, right to Medvedev's forehand and try to come in for that classic serve and volley as he did last time he was serving from the deuce court, which is what he was trying to do. What Medvedev was shading over to his right, to his forehand side, and Djokovic missed just long down the tee. He's trying to put it back down to Medvedev's backhand side. Just missed long. Second serve coming in, into the middle of the box. Rally ensues. Backhand to backhand. Forehand from Medvedev. Backhand from Djokovic. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand. Medvedev tries to put it to Djokovic's forehand, and now Medvedev's testing Djokovic's forehand, Djokovic's backhand, backhand to backhand again. Medvedev's backhand down the line of Djokovic's forehand was impressive, because that's a hard shot to hit. And he's missed that one a few times in this set, in this match, and he executed to perfection there. Djokovic was not quite expecting that. Put Djokovic on the defensive. Djokovic tried to get to that ball, couldn't quite do it. His forehand puts it into the middle of the net. Advantage Medvedev. Djokovic is 1 point away from losing the second set. Tactical tennis to an extreme here, given the conditions, with Djokovic just slightly hampered with what I believe is a right leg issue. Maybe cramping, maybe tightness, maybe weakness, maybe who knows what's going on. But it seems to be his right leg that he's focusing on trying to stretch and get rehabilitated. His serve is great down the tee. His volley's pretty good. He's there for the other volley. Medvedev anticipates he's going to go cover the line. Djokovic stays home cross court just because he can't move. Medvedev puts it right at Djokovic. Djokovic is again smiling with that. Hey, the catch has caught the canary. He puts the ball away into the open court. Medvedev has to assume Djokovic is not going to move because he's got this mobility issue. So he's just got to assume he's not going to move. Djokovic has gotten away with two of these points where he just didn't move because his leg's hurting him, and he got away with it because Medvedev put it right there. Medvedev on his side, he's trying to wrong foot Djokovic, but Djokovic is hurting. He's visibly hurting. So we'll see what comes of this. It's deuce, second serve from Djokovic. Second serve is going to Djokovic's backhand. Medvedev is going straight to Djokovic's backhand over and over again. Backhand to backhand rally. backhand to backhand rally. At some point in time, someone's got to go down the line. Backhand to backhand. And now Djokovic goes down the line. Now it's forehand to forehand for a little bit. Now it's back to backhand to backhand. Medvedev goes down the line with his backhand to Djokovic forehand. Now they're exchanging forehands. Too good from Djokovic. Medvedev tries to slice forehand and hits it into the net. This is amazing tactical tennis. Truly amazing. Djokovic gets away with that point. Advantage Djokovic to bring this set to a tiebreak. They keep showing this graphic. The average rally is about 6.8 shots. So their average rally is about 6 or 7 shots, just closer to 7 than 6. So advantage Djokovic. His serve is great. The return is just as good. The ball's in play now. Backhand to backhand rallies here. Djokovic tries to go down the line to Medvedev's forehand. Can't quite do it. Hits the net. Back to deuce. Oh, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. I mean, the only thing I would have like to have seen Medvedev do is just keep Djokovic on the run. His legs are hurting. Just keep him going. Don't ever assume he's not going to stay at home, because whenever he gets a choice to, he's going to try to stay at home. Djokovic is, just because of the leg issue. He's still moving around pretty good, but not great like he usually does. Djokovic's first serve wide to Medvedev's forehand is good on the deuce court. Medvedev can't quite handle it, can't put it back over top of the net, goes across court into the net. Advantage Djokovic. So there's a stat that's come up. Today, Djokovic has won 12 of 13 serve and volley points. There's one serve and volley that he missed in the first set. Other than that, he's won all of them. Djokovic's serve is a let. I heard that one. Djokovic can't complain about that. So first serve. First serve again is a let. First serve incoming after a dozen more little bounces. Down the tee, pretty good. Return from Medvedev is pretty good. Medvedev's testing Djokovic, backhand, forehand from Djokovic. Medvedev's going into Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic tries to drop shot slice into Medvedev's forehand and dumps it into the net. Djokovic is complaining about something on the right side. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. I can't figure it out. Back to deuce. 5-6 and deuce. On serve on the Djokovic service game. Graphics just come up with a 10 and a half minute game duration here. They've been doing the deuce thing quite a few deuces here so far. Djokovic's serve, wide to his Medvedev's forehand. Medvedev tries to go down the line, can't quite get it done. Missed by a good 5-10 feet. Advantage Djokovic. I mean, one thing Medvedev could do here is try to lob. I mean, he's trying to get around Djokovic's serve and volley. He should just lob him. Djokovic has never been known to have a great overhead. Someone's yelling in the crowd. Djokovic is about to serve, but he pulled up because of the yelling. Still waiting on Djokovic's first serve to the ad court. Down the tee, beautiful serve. Return was into the net. Going to a tiebreak here. Too good. Too good from Djokovic. And whatever leg issues Djokovic was having, it looks like he's worked his way through it, because he's moving around better at the end of this game than he was 2 or 3 games ago. So his leg motion is his legs looking a lot cleaner than it did just a few games ago. How he recovers from that is beyond me. That's what makes him the GOAT. But here they are in a tiebreaker. Here we are in a tiebreaker for the 2023 U.S. Open Men's Championship match. All right, so Medvedev's about to serve the 1 point he gets to start the tiebreak on. There's some people moving around in the stands behind Djokovic, so they're delaying the serve. And here comes the serve. It's a little long. Looked like he was attempting a body serve maybe. Second serve incoming. It's handled by Djokovic. Forehand to forehand exchange, keeping with the forehands. Forehand, and it's too good. Too good from Medvedev. 1-0 Medvedev over Djokovic in the tiebreak. So Djokovic is getting ready for a serve. Now Djokovic's legs do look better now than they did 2-3 games ago. So it's all fair. That being said, it looked like Medvedev did beat him on that last point on his forehand side, because that's where he was getting his legs are giving him the most trouble. Djokovic the most trouble on his forehand side. First serve from Djokovic is into the net. Second serve is coming up. They're showing a close up to his shoes that are showing the number 23 for the number of Grand Slams he's won. Ball is in play. Forehand to forehand exchange. Backhand to backhand. Djokovic tries to go to Medvedev's backhand, but finds the net instead. 2-0 Medvedev in this tiebreak for the second set. Djokovic's camp is trying to encourage him. Actually, Medvedev's camp is trying to encourage him as well. Uncharacteristically, Djokovic is down in the tiebreak 0-2. These tiebreaks have been Djokovic's bread and butter for the last however many Grand Slam events he's won and played in. The one time it let him down was against Alcaraz at Wimbledon, where Alcaraz did win a tiebreak set. I believe it was the second set in Wimbledon, if I remember correctly. Now Djokovic, his second serve is in. The rally ensues. They're going backhand to backhand at this point. Djokovic pounds a forehand, and inexplicably Medvedev just smacks the forehand. But that thing went into the stands. I think into Stan Smith. It looks like Stan Smith, but Stan Smith he couldn't catch it. He's a little upset at himself. It's like, why can't I catch that ball? He says. But anyway, so the dogs are clamoring for another treat here. They get another treat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It went by him. It's not his fault. He didn't catch it. Anyways, so here comes the next point. It's 2-1 Medvedev on Medvedev's serve. They're in a rally, backhand to backhand exchange. Slice backhand from Djokovic. Slice backhand from Djokovic. Medvedev takes it to Djokovic's forehand. He's hitting 3 consecutive shots to Djokovic's forehand, and on the third one he's rewarded. Djokovic hits it long to Medvedev's forehand. 3-1 Medvedev. His forehand's betraying him a little bit just because of his leg situation. There's still something not quite right with his leg. He is moving better now than he was 3 or 4 games ago. Now he's pounding. Yep. He's pounding his racket into his right thigh. Djokovic is. He was hitting both his calves and his right thigh. It's something in his right thigh. Medvedev puts a ball, hits a good first serve into the Djokovic forehand. That nets the next forehand that was trying to go into the Djokovic backhand. So they're back on serve in the tiebreak, 2-3 Djokovic. 2-3 Medvedev with Djokovic serving. So Djokovic is getting ready for his first serve, bouncing the ball a dozen times. And it's a good first serve. The return isn't quite as good. 3-all in the tiebreak. Yeah, first serve was great. The return, I would have thought that would have gone over. It looked like he got it over, but didn't even really quite make the bottom of the net. Their players are getting a little water, so maybe I should get a little water too. There we go. That should keep me going for the rest of the tiebreak. So it's a really great match so far, with the only thing separating them is the very first service game for Medvedev. Djokovic still has a wonderful chance to steal this second set away from Medvedev and make the task of winning this championship that much more difficult for Medvedev. So Djokovic's first serve is great. His volley puts it into the open court. Medvedev just barely does get to it, but he's not able to quite put the defensive lob back into play. The defensive lob goes just a little bit long, and Djokovic is up at 4-3 in the tiebreak. This is more of a Djokovic score to expect from Djokovic in the tiebreak. When he was down 2-love, it was a very un-Djokovic score, but 4-3 up on serve and the tiebreak, that's very Djokovic. Like second serve coming from Medvedev, the first one went to the net. Backhand to backhand exchange is getting underway here. Backhand to backhand again. They're still going at it. Medvedev goes to Djokovic forehand. Now there's a forehand to forehand exchange. Back to Medvedev's backhand. Backhand to backhand exchange. Back to Djokovic's forehand, and it's long. Djokovic tries to go down the line and beat Medvedev down the line with his forehand, but it goes just a little bit long. Couldn't have been that long, maybe 6 inches. I guess that's a long ways for these guys, but it didn't look terribly long. So it's 4-all in the tiebreak. Medvedev's serving to one more point here in the tiebreak. It's in play. Inside out forehand from Medvedev to Djokovic's backhand. Again, inside out Medvedev to Djokovic's backhand. Overhead to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic handles that as well with a slice. Backhand to forehand. Djokovic's forehand exchange. Medvedev tests Djokovic's backhand again. Now there's a backhand to forehand exchange. Forehand to backhand exchange. Backhand to backhand exchange. Djokovic hits a little drop shot to Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev just puts the ball right back over with a drop shot of his own, and Djokovic gets to it but puts just wide to Medvedev's backhand. 5-4 Medvedev. Medvedev's looking for some praise here because that was a pretty active point. There's everything going on. Overheads, backhands, forehands, drop shots, little squirrely shots at the net. Medvedev's looking for that little bit of love from the crowd. It's like, I want to hear it too, guys. Oh, this is fantastic. So it's Djokovic. They're on serve in the tiebreak. 4-5. Djokovic to serve. Here comes Djokovic with the serve into the net. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is on its way. And it's in play. Now they're going backhand to backhand. Backhand to backhand some more. Djokovic goes to Medvedev's forehand. Now they're exchanging forehand to forehand. Medvedev goes back to Djokovic's backhand. They're still in a backhand to backhand rhythm now. Keeping it with backhand to backhand. Backhand to backhand still. More backhands, and Medvedev can't quite handle this last backhand. Djokovic is putting more and more pressure on Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev couldn't handle this last backhand. 5-all in the tiebreak. Truly impressive stuff from Djokovic. That whatever leg issue is going on looks like it's mostly gone now. There might still be a little bit lingering, but not a whole lot. Medvedev is winded to take advantage of Djokovic's legs. I think is about closed. So they're tied at 5 in this tiebreak, and Djokovic is taking some deep breaths to try to put this away. He's got one more serve left here before Medvedev takes over for the serving. So it's a good serve, deep into Medvedev's forehand. Medvedev can't quite put it back in play. Still not sure why he doesn't try a lob Djokovic. Traditionally, Djokovic doesn't have a good overhead. So just give him like 5-10 lobs. He's going to miss 1 or 2 out of... It's better than putting it at like 10 feet wide like he has been. But anyways, here we are. Set point for Djokovic on Medvedev's serve, 5-6. Medvedev's serving. Medvedev tosses, catches his toss. First serve is on its way. Good one down the tee. Djokovic returns it nicely. And they're back into a rally, which Medvedev makes a mess of, trying to put his backhand down the line. And that's it for the second set. Djokovic takes the second set tiebreak. He keeps that tiebreak streak alive. And Djokovic is asking for something. I guess he's going off court for his tiebreak. I still got to feed the dog, so I'll be back in a little bit. And so will they. Great stuff, everybody. So they're back in play. It's 40-15 in the first game of the third set. Djokovic is serving at 40-15. First serve is upcoming. It's a pretty good one. Down the tee. Djokovic wins that game 1-0. Djokovic. So Medvedev's first serve was good. Down the tee, Djokovic tries to return it deep, but goes a little too long. 15-love Medvedev. First serve on the ad court is down the tee as well. Djokovic puts it into the top of the tape, bounces back onto his side of the court. 30-love Medvedev. Medvedev's first serve down the tee is a little long. Second serve coming in. It's good. Now they're in a backhand exchange. Djokovic goes down the line. Medvedev goes cross court. Djokovic does a little drop shot. Medvedev's up to the challenge. Medvedev, even though Djokovic had guessed correctly going down cross court, Medvedev's shot was too strong for Djokovic to retrieve. 40-love Medvedev. Medvedev's serve out wide to Djokovic's backhand is strong and too good for Djokovic to handle. It's 1-1 in the third set. The level of tennis here is just outstanding. Medvedev had his chances in that second set, and he was close to taking him, but it wasn't quite able to grab it. So here he is, down two sets to love against Novak Djokovic, of all people. Djokovic gives Medvedev a drop shot. And Medvedev can't quite get there. Medvedev falls over, pretends like nothing's wrong, and he lays on the ground for a good 20-30 seconds. Medvedev's looks like he's rethinking what he's done with his life. He just tripped, Medvedev did, as he was trying to get to that drop shot. He hit a decent... Oh, he tripped. Oh, no. His left foot went down to the ground. His left foot slid unexpectedly. Then his right foot ran into his left foot as it was sliding. So he went down to his backside a bit. But... yeah, he went down to his backside a bit. But then he took a little break. He took like a 20-30 second break on the court, and Novak was offered to pick him back up, but Medvedev is, no, I'm going to take a little break here. Djokovic is serving at 15-all. First serve is long. Second serve coming in is handled by Medvedev. They're they haven't exchanged. Medvedev's forehand down the line is wide. Djokovic is up 30-15. First serve is a fault for Djokovic. Second serve is coming up. Second serve is in the box. They're exchanging a forehand to forehand rally, backhand to backhand now. Djokovic tries to put his backhand down the line to Medvedev's forehand, but goes a little long. 30-all. Now, Djokovic does seem to be struggling with his serve a little bit more now than he did in the first set or early in the second set. His leg is probably giving him some issues there because he's the last 3 or 4 service games he has been struggling to keep up. Good serve, and again he does the serve and volley to the deuce court, and Medvedev is putting the ball out of play. I mean, at the very least, you got to make Djokovic make a serve or a volley. But he's put it out of play the last 3 or 4 times in a row, and that's no good for him. No good for the fans watching the match either. Djokovic has served down the tees pretty good. He's coming in for the volleys, and Medvedev isn't able to catch up to the to volley into the open court. Djokovic is up 2-1 on serve here in the third set. I'll be right back. And Medvedev's first service point goes to Djokovic after an extended rally. Maybe not so extended, about 6 or 7 shot rally. 15, love 15, Djokovic. This next rally is also 5 or 6 shots, but Medvedev puts Djokovic in a uncomfortable position, hits a drop shot that Djokovic doesn't make much of an effort to get to. 15 all. on Medvedev's service game. Medvedev's serve is fantastic, wide right, but Djokovic's return is just as good. Puts it back in play. Now they're in a rally. Inside out forehand from Medvedev to Djokovic's backhand. Medvedev tries to go cross court on Djokovic, puts it wide cross court, 15-30. Medvedev. Djokovic, 15-30 Djokovic. This is really impressive stuff from Djokovic. He's trying to finish this match off here in this set. He needs to finish it off because his legs are kind of betraying him a little bit. Medvedev's probably tired too. I mean, he took a little nap on court a little earlier, but if Medvedev's not feeling good, he's not showing it, and Djokovic kind of is. So Medvedev is putting it in play here. They're doing a backhand-to-backhand rally again. Forehand for Medvedev. Pushes it just wide. Inside out forehand betrays Medvedev a bit. 15-40. It's about half an inch, maybe 1 inch wide from Medvedev. It is 15-40. On Medvedev's serve, double break point for Djokovic. This has been tactically incredible match from Djokovic. I mean, Medvedev's doing everything he can, obviously, but it's really amazing stuff from both of these guys. Medvedev's serve is good. They get in a rally, but Medvedev hits a backhand long to Djokovic's forehand. And the break is there. Djokovic is up a break, 3-1 in the third set. Djokovic is toweling off, taking in a little break. Medvedev stewing about his own service break. Djokovic is back up to the line. He has to bounce the ball a good dozen times before he serves. Okay, maybe 14 times. And it's up, and it's down the tee. Beautiful serve. Medvedev puts it in play. And he has a chance to pass down the line on Medvedev's backhand, but Medvedev's backhand puts it into the net. The opening was there. He was just a little low on his backhand pass. 15-love Djokovic. Djokovic was not going to get to that if that was over the net. If that cleared the net. Djokovic's first serve to the ad court is into the net. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is in play. Medvedev has a nice return. Djokovic tries to go short cross court. The return was too good to go short cross court. Djokovic's shot goes wide. Cross court is a good amount wide. It was like a 3-4 inches wide. Go ball width or more than a ball width wide, as they showed in the replay. 15 all. First serve is a fault. Second serve, he was trying to do a serve and volley, so it's going to take him a few extra seconds to set up for for Djokovic to set up for his second serve. He has to bounce it a few more times. The serve is in. Djokovic is trying to catch up on the point. It looks like Medvedev had the advantage here. Now Djokovic, thought he had Medvedev down the line on his backhand, but pushed it just wide, 15-30. Medvedev's up in Djokovic's service game. This has happened before, though, in earlier sets, and Djokovic has been able to pull out of his service game. Let's see if he can do the same here. He's been able to do it. He's a wizard. He's been able to do it many times before. Truly remarkable to see him play. See this tactical expertise in action. First serves into the net. Second serve is into the net as well. He's been having trouble serving into this ad court. He's had a few double faults going into this ad court. Let's see. Now in this set, he's had this is his first double fault, but in the match he's had 5 double faults. Djokovic has had. Sorry, I had a cough there. First serve is a fault. Second serve coming up at 15:40, double break point. Second serve is in, and Djokovic tries to go wide on Medvedev's backhand, but goes a little too wide, and Medvedev completes the break. 2-3. Djokovic is winning, but Medvedev's on serve again. Truly tactically remarkable. Excellent tactics from both sides. Djokovic looked like he didn't give it his all, let's say, on that game, just because he didn't have the break in hand to continue. He's yelling at his camp, but boy, he's been close to being broken several times this match, and this is the first time that break has been completed. What a match! I mean, this is outstanding. Outstanding stuff from both of these guys. Truly remarkable. So looking at the match stats here, we have this is from all 3 sets so far. 5 aces from Medvedev, 4 aces from Djokovic, 5 double faults from both players. First serve percentage is at 65% for Medvedev and 55% for Djokovic. Let's see, breakpoint saved. Medvedev has saved 3 of 5 break points. Djokovic has saved 2 of 3 break points. Let's see. Winners. Djokovic has a 33-28 winner's edge. And Medvedev has a slight edge in unforced errors, with committing only 32 unforced errors, with Djokovic committing 34 unforced errors. Now, the net points win is pretty interesting. They both have a pretty good percentage. Medvedev has a 74% net winning percentage, and Djokovic is at 89% net winning percentage. But Djokovic has been to net many more times, almost twice as many times as Medvedev. With Djokovic going to net 37 times and Medvedev going 19 times. So they're back to playing. Medvedev hits a good serve. Djokovic puts it into the net. First serve on the ad court is a let for Medvedev. Another first serve is coming up. This is fantastic stuff. First serve goes nice and wide to the Djokovic backhand. Djokovic kind of just dumps it back into the court. Medvedev moves in for the volley, hits a strong forehand into Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic anticipated the forehand, tried to hit his forehand across court, but couldn't quite catch up to the ball as the ball is coming in much hotter and faster since Medvedev was up into the towards the net area. Djokovic's return was good. Too good, actually. Medvedev tried to do too much with it and couldn't get it back in play. 30-15, Medvedev is up in his service game. Serve to the ad court is into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is long, 30 all. Medvedev putting in a another second serve. Wow, it was long by not much. The replay shows it was long by less than half an inch. Medvedev's next first serve is into the net. Second serve coming up. He serves quick. Second serve is in play. Djokovic returns it. It is a forehand-to-forehand rally. Now they're moving to backhand-to-backhand rally. Slice from Djokovic. Slice from Djokovic. Still on their backhands. Third slice in a row from Djokovic. And no more slices from Djokovic. He's putting it out of Medvedev's reach. So he did 3 consecutive backhand to backhand slices. Then he did a top spin backhand deep into Medvedev's backhand, putting Medvedev a little wider than he was in the previous three backhands, giving Djokovic the opportunity to put the next backhand down the line on Djokovic's forehand, and Medvedev was not able to catch up to it. Medvedev serving at 30-40, and he nets it. The return was pretty good from Djokovic. Not something that Medvedev needed to put in the net, but Medvedev nets it as he's trying to overcook something into the Djokovic forehand. So Djokovic is back up a break. 4-2 Djokovic in the third set. Djokovic is up to the service line. He's getting ready for his serve. And it's great. Medvedev finally had a ball that was going to land in play, but he had tried 3 or 4 times going straight down the line and unsuccessfully. And this time he did successfully put it down the line in play, but Djokovic was there to cut it off and hit a volley into the open court, winning the point. 15-love Djokovic. First serve's into the net. Second serve's coming up after a few dozen bounces. And the second serve's in play. They're rallying backhand to backhand again. Slice from Djokovic. Inside out forehand from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand again. No, backhand to forehand. Djokovic beats Medvedev to his forehand. So Djokovic was lulling Medvedev into his backhand corner and just surprised him with that one, it looked like, to his forehand, and Medvedev didn't even make much of a move to it. Looked like he was favoring towards his backhand side. 30-love Djokovic. 4-2 in the third set. And Djokovic hits a serve wide to the Medvedev forehand. Medvedev puts it back in play, but the volley goes back into deep into Medvedev's backhand. Medvedev puts that back in play, but then Djokovic puts the ball away. 40-love Djokovic. First serve coming in for the windup, and it's a little long. Second serve, Djokovic at 40-love at 4-2 in the third set. And the serve's in. The rally is good. They're going backhand to backhand at this point. Medvedev's backhand goes just a little long to Djokovic's forehand, handing Djokovic the game. 5-2 Djokovic in the third set. Clinical execution of the match so far from Djokovic. Medvedev's having a hard time keeping up. I mean, from the looks of it, Medvedev was Medvedev was a little gassed at different points in the set, especially that one moment where he kind of slid, tripped, and fell. He took a little nap on the ground, and that's really the only sign of fatigue, outward sign of fatigue Medvedev's shown. Um, but I guess that's enough. He's not able. He hasn't been able to stay on serve here in the third set, where Djokovic was up a break. Then Medvedev closed to get back on serve, and then Djokovic opened up the service break again. It's really something else. So if you're viewing, just feel free to drop a chat, and we'll take a. I'll love to answer any questions you might have, or provide any commentary you might want to hear about the this match. So here's Djokovic within a game of getting his 24th major, passing Serena Williams, he's tied with currently at 23, and matching Margaret Court at 24 Grand Slams. So the ball's in play. Forehand to forehand exchange at the moment. Really impressive forehand down the line. Medvedev does a great job getting it back with a defensive lob. Now Djokovic has a drop shot that Medvedev was almost there for. Medvedev can't quite get it over the net. 15 Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. First serve is long. Second serve coming up from Medvedev. Second serve is a let. Another second serve upcoming. Second serve is in. The ball's in play, but Medvedev dumps it into the net, really. He was trying to go down the line to Djokovic's forehand. Djokovic is, I want to say 80-90% recovered from whatever problem he was having with his right leg earlier in the second set. Medvedev puts it, great serve down the tee. Djokovic does not have a reply for that. 15-30. Djokovic is still up, but Medvedev's looking to recover. Medvedev puts a good serve into the Djokovic backhand. Now he's putting Djokovic backhand to forehand, down back to the forehand, back to Djokovic's backhand. Djokovic is putting some great balls in play too. Djokovic goes down the line. Djokovic is in control of this point now. He was in control of the point until Djokovic hit a great shot across court as Djokovic is trying to approach the net. Left Djokovic looking like a pancake. So Djokovic outstretched both his arms to try to get this passing shot. And he couldn't quite get to it. He did the splits, and he kind of did a semi-face plant. And he didn't actually hit his face onto the ground, but he did a semi-face plant into the ground here. 30-all. Next point, Medvedev gets with a little net play there. So it was a bit of a drop shot to Djokovic. Djokovic tries to drop it back to Medvedev. Medvedev was there for it and puts it away. Puts it beyond Djokovic. He didn't quite put it away. He put it beyond Djokovic's reach. 40-30, Medvedev. Medvedev's next serve is deep to the Djokovic backhand, and Djokovic doesn't even make a move for it. 5-3 Djokovic. Djokovic to serve for his 24th Grand Slam title. That's an insane number of titles. Grand Slam titles. But he's got the service game, and that's the record. That record is his to match Margaret Court. He's winding up for his first serve. And it's a great first serve. He's coming in for the serve and volley, but Medvedev is up to speed on this serve, and he hits a wonderful cross-court forehand for a winner. Love 15, Medvedev. Djokovic to serve it to the ad court. This is where he's had the most trouble. Djokovic has had the most trouble serving to. So we'll see what he can do on this point. Great first serve, deep into the Medi. Backhand. He handles it well, comes into the net, puts the ball away. Medvedev still can't get it easily past Djokovic. It's less than 50% that he can get it past Djokovic, and those are good numbers for Djokovic. He'll take that all day long if he can get better than 50% of every point he goes to the net for. 15 all. Djokovic's first serve is into the tape, fault. Second serve is on its way after a dozen bounces. And here it goes. It's in play. Medvedev puts it back in play. Now there's a backhand-to-backhand rally. Continuing with a backhand slice, backhand from Djokovic. Topspin backhand from Djokovic. Down the line from Medvedev. Down the line with his forehand from Medvedev, but he hits it long. 30-15, Djokovic. 2 points away from the title. 30-15. Medvedev's complaining about his left shoulder, or someone's left shoulder. Looks like it's his left shoulder. He's pointing to it. And the Djokovic serve is a little wide. He's trying to go up the tee. Second serve is coming up. If you're enjoying this this live feed, please give a like. Please give a subscribe, follow, whatever it is, whatever platform you're on. Second serve is into the net. 30 all. He's had trouble with his ad side serving today. And he's dumped a bunch of, I think most of his double faults are into this ad side. So here we are, 30 all. Djokovic to serve. 2 points away from the championship again. And the first serve is down the tee. Beautiful. The return is pretty good too. The forehand is impressive from Djokovic. Puts it into the corner, but now they're even in the rally. Forehand to forehand. Djokovic forehand down the middle. The response from Medvedev is equal. They're still in this rally. It's brutal. It's long. It's highly technical. They're doing a great job keeping the ball in play. Medvedev just goes a little long on his return, on his rally, down the trying to get down Djokovic's forehand side. It is championship point for Djokovic. 40-30 on Djokovic's serve. The championship is literally on his racket. And how much you would give to close this out with an ace. Let's see if he can pull it off. Okay, the crowd is yelling now, so Djokovic is pulling up and waiting for the crowd to hush up. He might have to wait a long time. He's probably just going to have to serve with some noise in the background and just get past it, because he has a championship point here. He's going to want to take it as soon as he can. Here it comes. Down the tee, just wide. Not probably an inch or two wide. Second serve coming up. Second serve is in play. Medvedev puts it back in play. Backhand from Medvedev, forehand from Djokovic. Strong forehand from Medvedev, but goes right into the net. 6-3, 7-6, 6-3. Djokovic wins his 24th major title of his career. Truly a remarkable display of athleticism from both of these guys. Djokovic fighting off some type of leg issue halfway through the second set. Truly remarkable performance. Djokovic puts himself in like the fetal position there on court. He looks like he's enjoying the moment. His legs are probably hurting him. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Emotion is overcoming him a little bit. He's motioning to his box for I guess his people to come to him, or him to come to his people. He's greeting. Looks like his daughter. Hopefully that's his daughter. You'd imagine it's his daughter. I don't know what the kids' names are, but he's giving her a big hug. And now I don't know where he's going. He's going somewhere else. He's getting all emotional. If you've enjoyed this live feed, please give a like or subscribe or follow, whatever it is that the platform asks for, and please, I should be doing this with more regularity. Please come by again, and it'd be great to have you to join in and chat, or just enjoy the feed. This has been a remarkable match. The level of tennis is just next level. Djokovic is just too strong and too good for Medvedev on this particular day, and he's enjoying his little victory lap around the stadium at this point. Not sure where he's headed at this point, but it looked like his first stop was to say hi to his daughter. Now he's finally found his way to his box. I don't know why the daughter wasn't with the box. I don't know who that kid was, in all honesty. It must have been his daughter. You'd guess. But now he's hugging his son on the other side of the stadium. I think the daughter was with some nanny. That's what it looked like. Now he's with his wife. Now he's with the rest of his team. Hugs all around. It's always good to see these people happy. But yeah, please do give a like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is that's available for you to give if you like this feed, and it's really been a pleasure and an honor to be here for providing some play-by-play, some analysis, some commentary for this feed, and well, at this point I'm just going to close up the live stream, but thanks for coming, and do come again soon. I'm hoping to put more of these live commentary, play-by-play commentaries on air. Thanks so much.